Everybody. We are live. With a couple things catching up. Get the Facebook to go live.
Yeah, welcome to some Tuesday Legacy.
Granger Guildmage.
Back for more.
Who's playing first?
I don't know. I didn't find out all the information.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I actually think that's what I was supposed to do with this. Oops. Okay. We are live. Looks like we got Zach. And what is Zach playing? Bryce will be back momentarily to let us know what's going on.
He's our figure outerer.
Yep, he makes sure everything works. So anyways, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in.
So we have Zach Hardman.
We should close that door.
And he grabs it.
Because they're right next to
And
us.
we have TJ.
Okay, what's Zach on?
Zachary is playing Alurin.
Ooh.
He knows
Two
his
L's or
Alurin.
one?
Spicy.
I can't
And
spell it.
TJ, I'm not 100% sure. I believe he's on a...
So the last time I played against him, he was on a Grixis build.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I played
Princess.
against him on Friday, and he was on a 4-color.
So
Control.
4-color control. That's what we're
But
gonna guess.
It could be Grixis.
We could be
Or not.
so we could be so
It could
wrong.
It could be
I'm
Sultai.
always so wrong every time.
Could be Sultai.
I mean, that's
Some
what we're
kind
all
of
about.
control deck. With black and with blue.
Yeah, they got to be on the thing. Here, I'm gonna slide back so we can all be seen.
Woo.
This is just the nature of having so many people. Here, there we go. We're all in the shot. Are we all in the shot?
I'm kind of...
So my good friend Brian, he did some switching up.
I'm supposed to be wearing a Paragon shirt. I forgot to wear a Paragon shirt. We'll fix that in between.
Wow.
But we
Bryce
did
and I
fix
got
some things.
this. You can exit if you'd like. You're welcome to.
Not particularly, I would enjoy this. But just so everyone knows, we will have a backup match getting set up right here. So as we're switching between matches in the round, you'll be able to see some other stuff that's going on. So we'll get that set up.
A lot less downtime in between matches. We'll get to show more magic. Potentially 8 different games.
Potentially, we're ramping up to be able to show off 8 different games. That'll be sick.
Did
Anyways,
you give a post there?
to the page.
Yeah.
Let us do that. So
Yeah, then I can share it.
yeah, you guys keep talking while I put this.
These
thing
guys
in.
are shuffling. It's very exciting. Pink sleeves versus black sleeves.
You're so right. It's the most exciting thing ever. Can I? Let's see. Because I can just share the post from our. I'm an idiot. I'll don't worry about
However
it.
you want to do it.
Don't worry
I'd post it there, but that works.
We got it posted here, but I'm just going to share the live
Let's
post.
see if we can see what's in Zach's hand here. He's got some lands, a recruiter, and I can't see much else.
Me neither.
So he's playing the 4-color Alurin with white
With
instead of
white.
red.
All right. So they're both going to keep, which is always exciting when they're on stream and they don't mull to 4, which is what happened to me last time I was on stream.
Ugh.
So he goes for the basic forest. Playing around Wasteland here. Yeah, we got the chat up now, hopefully. Hopefully it's all working.
Carly's Army. Yeah, I'm glad that you can chat now. Congratulations.
Welcome.
I'm really bad at this thing. I think they can actually, they probably can hear us whisper pretty well. Comment if you could hear me whisper.
Yeah.
Which room are we in? We're in the podcast studio. We actually, so we have
Oh.
a ton of space in here that we're not using
Right?
because we're just backed up in this corner. We're going to figure this out so we can actually spread out in here and have like a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We should pull the couch in and stream from the couch.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Wouldn't that be sick?
That'd be great.
It might be too much like another podcast of some sort.
I'm pretty sure they use 2 chairs and then the middle thing is Darksteel something or other.
So we've got a Birds of Paradise, which is pretty much what Alurin wants to do, right? And
I mean,
then-
turn 1 mana ramp, yeah.
Yeah, and then TJ has a nice brainstorm.
We are not behind the counter. We are in the podcast studio. So this is the back side of the store. It's actually, you'd have to enter from either the north side of our store, which is usually locked, or you'd have to walk around.
We got all sorts of stuff switched up.
Yep.
We used to be in basically a closet, and
We've
Brian
got-
figured out a way to get into the nicer room. Feels good. Promise.
I swung it.
Into here as well.
I'm pretty sure that's where I just
Oh.
posted it. Dude, it's live. It's
Sweet.
live right there.
Right on.
Boom.
And now you can share it to the Utah MTG players if you want. Anyways, people can actually watch us live. Look at that. Look at that. Everyone. Magic. Ta-da. And that's what we're playing,
Oh,
too.
don't do that.
Sorry. Calm down. Don't do the thing.
Don't do it that way.
I'll do the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. So what do we got? We've got a whole bunch of turn 2 thinking here. Zach deciding which land to play.
Well, he doesn't have the Aloran, so you can't
Yeah.
jam that. Scrubland.
Okay, he's got an Abrupt Decay, a Recruiter. What's that card on top there? Is this just a Verdant?
It's
An
Academy Rector.
Interesting. I haven't seen that in his deck before.
Well, because Academy Rector just pulls up your
Yeah.
Allure and allows
Well,
you to
it's
kind
got
of
to
buff
die
it.
though.
That's true. But he's got ways of making it
Yeah.
talk. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
got a Cabal Therapy somewhere.
So he's gonna Recruiter and see
Huzzah!
see what the coast is clear here. There we go.
So we do have life counters at the top. Anyways, whatever. Sorry. I'm looking through all sorts of
Right.
things right now, getting everything set up and making sure it's all right.
All right. So what's he gonna go? He hasn't recruited yet, right? So TJ's still deciding whether he wants to
Correct.
act on this.
Yeah.
Which just yells at you that, hey, I've got something.
And honestly, looking at Zach's hand, I think he probably does want to act on this.
Well, with it's an Eternal Witness,
Yeah, it is
right?
an Eternal
So
Witness.
It slows him down a turn for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're at 1919, Carly's army. I apologize if you're on
Can't
a
see the dice.
if you're on a small format. We will announce their life changes as we go. Okay, looks like we're doing a thing and a stuff. Awesome, everybody.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
got a counterspell.
That legit Eternal Masters counterspell. Now it needs to be in foil, otherwise, I don't know if we can appreciate it as well. Now, as a question, what's the backup? Do you know who's on the backup match and who's playing?
I don't.
And
But
who's
you
playing
can
what?
go studio mode and see.
Oh, I can do that thing.
We can peek without them seeing.
So it looks like one of them is on Reanimator.
And the other's on Pox.
Oh, one of them's Trace. Cool. I'll start setting that one up. I'm not
Yeah,
sure who
you
this.
can't- you
Oh,
can't
that's
change-
Odion.
You can't change names or it'll change it.
Yeah, I'll have to create another thing.
I don't know. Reanimator versus Pox might be over before.
Yeah.
Odion versus Four
It probably
Control.
will.
Hey, we probably should have set that up differently, but it's okay.
All right. So we've got TJ playing a card. There it is. It's a Leovold. That's a card.
Leovold is a serious
Yeah,
card, especially versus Alert, because you turn off the Baleful Strix Plan. You turn off anything that's trying to draw him cards.
It's going to get abruptly decayed. Is what's going to happen. He's going to draw a card off of.
Yeah, pay 3, draw a card,
Right.
and your opponent discards a card named Abrupt Decay.
Named it.
That's how it
Now,
works.
what happened to? Oh, he got counterspelled. Hard counterspelled it to the Recruiter. Okay.
Yeah. This is a breeding pool that you just went and got.
So he's down 1 or 2 duels. He's done fairly well with it now, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I know Novi talkative. I'm sorry.
Does it stop anything besides Strix?
So it doesn't really stop Coiling Oracle. If you have like a Shardless Agent into it, a Brainstorm, it stops it.
But the deck does play Brainstorm.
Yeah, and it also doesn't stop. So it doesn't stop any of those things.
Yeah.
It really doesn't stop the combo. Leovold's not the worst thing that can happen. It's just kind of annoying.
So here's
he
Academy
can't draw any
Rector,
extra stuff.
which is an old school card.
You're right.
Urza
Yeah,
Saga.
Yeah, get that
So
one pulled
he
up.
gets to go find an enchantment and put it into play when it dies.
I think Academy Rector is a perfect card to have pulled up instead of Granger Guildmage.
No, Granger Guildmage. All right, there she is.
But it's gotta actually hit the graveyard for that to happen, and you exile it, and you gotta just launch it into play. Used to play it with a sneak attack way back when.
Mhm.
Oh, it's not
Mhm.
Saga, it's Destiny. My bad. Goodness, Urza's Destiny.
Academy Rector does cost 4. Did he not tap 4 mana for it? Looks like he tapped 3. Well, don't let him cast an Abrupt Decay. Go out and tell him that he tapped 3 mana for his Academy Rector. Good job, Great Whaler. Isn't that nice? We can just literally walk right up there.
Much different.
Look at that.
There we go. Look at that. Much more quicker response. Instead of, oh, we did that wrong, but I'm not gonna get there in time.
Da-da-da-da-da. Seriously, though. It takes forever to get back there.
All right, fixed.
Surprise.
He looked at his mana and he said, "Oh,
I'm bad at Magic today.
Well, like I said, I don't think he used to play the Rector in his deck, so.
it does cost 4."
All right. Brian officially needs a third monitor to make this happen now.
Doing too many things.
Yeah, watching Magic while Brian's trying to mess around with the computer is.
Oh,
not
he's
the
got a
easiest
brainstorm
thing.
in hand too. So I mean that Leovold's got to die, right?
And from Facebook, look. Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's go.
he'll
There.
absolutely
There we
need to
go.
deal with that.
Goodness.
Or 4 monitors. Let's say he needs 4.
We're fine, guys. We're fine. We got it.
If you can see us, we're just looking at all these things that are happening. The windows are popping out left and right.
We probably should get a third monitor. You're not wrong.
I could see 4. 4 would be sweet.
Oh man.
As we used
The
to do
setup.
when we started, we were on 1 in studio mode, and we were like squinting at the screen.
Oh my goodness, that was rough. I'm so glad that it's changed as much as it has, so that we're where we are, doing all these things. Hey Patrick, thank you. We will go. We should see how the first match went for Odeon. It looks like it's not over.
I don't think it's over.
Chris Scroll is plugging away at
Yeah, it
something.
looks like
You can jump over to that real quick if you want.
Yeah, so that everyone knows, we this is actually Odeon here, and then Trace is on the other side. But this is one of the longer games I've ever seen.
So is the mic? Are we quiet? Is that what you're saying, Taylor? Are we too quiet?
I had it turned down because I thought we were being very loud early on.
All right, let's switch back to our feature match, our table 1.
Okay, let's do
Delete
that.
sequence,
Let's do that.
'cause things were happening there.
There we go.
Nope. Switch to
Oop,
table
oop,
1.
Oop, turn off the cam. There we go. Transition it back.
Okay.
There we go. We got things and
So
stuff.
okay, it looks like we're okay. Here we go. So that Abrupt Decay was hitting Leovold there,
Mhm.
and hopefully Taylor or TJ drew a card.
Oh yeah, it's moving like There we go. It's pretty quiet, they say. Let me see if I can fix the gain on this mic right now.
Yeah. Our green bar, we want that higher.
Should be all the way to the mic. We should have it faced right at us now. And there we go. That should be a little bit better.
And we just need to project. We're not in such a small room, so now we're talking
It's-
quietly.
We're in a big room.
Well, and the thing is we actually have good sound deadening. That's allowing us. That's actually quieting our voices down into this,
Yeah,
rather than bouncing it
Yeah,
back into the mic.
that makes a big difference.
So we do have to talk. It is an Audio Technica. This is an AT 2020.
So Zach's resolving a brainstorm. He's resolving a fetch.
Good thing Leovold's dead.
Yeah,
Got him.
Yeah, Abrupt Decay was perfect. Otherwise,
I would hate to have to be the guy that would walk out there again. I can't do it again.
No, don't
I've
do
done it once.
It takes so much work.
I feel like I'm the bearer of bad news.
You open the door and everybody just stops. What
No,
now?
what have I done?
Oh, Kyre's back.
What trigger did I forget?
He's gonna tell us how bad we are.
At least when we tell people how bad they are, they get better from it. We definitely told one of our players that he was very loose, and he's like, I'm not as loose anymore. He told his girlfriend that he was playing poorly, and she's like, I need to see this. We're getting the women in the community into Magic. Let's see.
Yeah, we maybe need to pull that one a little closer to us.
I mean, it's almost as close as it used to be.
Except for the bouncing off the room.
But we're also sitting a little further away.
You're
as well.
absolutely right. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me think of a way to fix it.
You could somehow get it here.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah,
thinking about
yeah.
doing. I'll do that here in just a second. We should probably actually be able to watch what's going on in the match. Once
It goes
again.
back to the 4 monitors. So, okay. We got a Cabal Therapy. Naming something. Oh, check this out. I can hear it.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Is he still naming? He hasn't
I
decided.
can only hear the other match.
Well, that means we're listening to the
No.
wrong thing.
It might be right. I missed it. He said something, but I missed it.
Well, it looks like
Well,
nothing is
if
there.
it
Probably
hits,
a
we'll
force
see.
of will.
So we've got Bolt, Abrupt Decay, Snap, Brainstorm, Fatal Push, a Strix, and a what's the last card on the bottom?
Knight's Whisper.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
We all
so
know what that
so
is.
he's
It's
in
basically Sign in Blood.
Yep, he's definitely in a control build here.
I have actually been seeing quite a bit of Knight's Whisper online. I played against 2 decks that had it today.
It's an easy card. It's an easy card to
it's gonna-
cast. It's easy on your mana, and it really gets the job done. So
There we go. Knight's Whisper.
traces on Pox.
Yeah, try and switch me to the other camera if you can, on headphones.
All right, so
Okay,
then
I'm
he's
working
gonna cast. He's gonna flashback the Cabal Therapy, and he is going to sacrifice the Academy Rector.
Who knew?
Surprise!
Surprise.
So in response, Birds is going to die to a Bolt.
He gets the enchantment before the therapy resolves. That's correct. He hasn't resolved it. I think they're just shortcutting this here. Did he name Lightning Bolt then with the first one?
No, he bolted in response. He named Snapcaster Mage with the second one.
Okay.
So he bolted in response to the flashback therapy to
So-
kill the birds.
So he can hold priority on the
I'm pretty sure the game's gonna end right about here. So the Baleful Strix is coming in response to the.
I think the Cabal Therapy is still on the stack, or did he name?
Snapcaster Mage.
He did name Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
How's the Strix come down?
so the Strix comes down
The
off
Allurin.
one.
Oh,
Allurin's
yep.
universal.
Allurin
Right.
Everyone gets
for
to,
everyone.
Right.
everyone gets to play.
Eternal Witness. He says sure. Recruiter says sure.
Sorry. So I feel like this is over. So I guess the Baleful Strix, he allowed him to search, then he's casting the Baleful Strix after he's searched,
Mhm.
which still loses in the game. Bounces it back. So as far as how the Allurin combo works with the Recruiter of the Guard is you search up a whole bunch of things, and eventually you win with Parasitic Strix and Cavern Harpy and just bounce and do this.
And because you get to keep bouncing cards, you get to keep bouncing the Recruiter and playing it for free and going and finding things.
Okay, and so Great Whaler was telling us that the first one was on the stack, actually. So I
Okay.
guess he had a second Recruiter of the Guard in his hand,
Yes.
and so he just went off that way. Yeah, pretty much.
Because he knew what was in TJ's hand, he just didn't know what that top card in the library was.
Yeah.
So might as well avoid.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically going to get the combo started with Learn and then keep going.
Yeah.
You're not going to get stopped. There's very few ways that you can really lose the combo. And it's like, if your opponent has a Darkness not Darkness, let's see. Dreaded Knight, they can deal with your Recruiters, but you still get the effect of it entering play. Like, the things that you can kind of like stop is like kill the Cavern Harpies essentially with like an Engineered Plague or something. Or have a Pithing Needle to turn it off. Oh, so he played a witness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had witness in his hand.
I didn't realize that. I've been looking at other things. Anyways, on the back table.
Shuffling.
We're shuffling up for the next game. So we'll watch the beginning of this match. So Trace on Pox here.
Yeah, my phones are on table 2 right now.
What do you think? So what's the hand to keep with Pox here? I know as far as Odion's concerned, he's just like, I'm going to keep something that throws something in the yard and animates something. He's showing off his Chancellor of the Annex, which is like, bloop, got him.
Yep, I won. Unless you have perfect hate.
Well, there's a Wasteland.
Yeah, so he could play a surgical if he has one.
And he draws a Chrome Mox off the top. Look at that. Yeah, I guess being able to play that surgical off is pretty good.
If he has one. Right?
I'm not sure who won the first game there, though. We
I
should...
believe it was Odeon based off of what they were saying, but they didn't straight up say it.
Okay. And we'll keep a weather eye to what's going on the other table and switch back once we get started there. Sorry. Get it out of the way. Come on, guys. Talk about it.
There's too many things happening here. All right, so Odeon has the Thoughtseize, right? He takes
he
a
takes
Liliana.
It's
Okay.
fine.
It is. There's a lot going on.
So they're wondering why he left Fatal Push in here. Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, I definitely don't know why he would leave Fatal Push in.
Fatal Push is not good in this. That Grafdigger's Cage.
He
is
did
a
find a
thing.
Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah.
That might give him a little bit of time to figure out.
And that Grafdigger's
some
Cage
things.
actually costs 1 more, right? So that's what they're saying right now. So
Yeah,
there he goes. He pays the tax. So that Chancellor tax is now gone.
Is this another your deck versus my deck?
It actually is now. I love this.
This is the second time this has happened.
Now you can hear the main match.
Maybe. It's a little different than it was before because I got the back room, the noises as well. So. I have
Alright,
to
so it looks like
actively
he's
be
playing
sensitive.
around Wasteland. He's grabbing the...
You have our noises?
No. We're good. I just can't tell instantly.
Oh. Do you want me to have both of them on? Just kidding. So what's happening right here?
He went and got a basic swamp.
Got it. I mean, what's the answer?
The
So-
answer is to Dark Ritual into a nice Sire of Insanity or something like that.
Well, that's
Or
hilarious.
Abyssal
The
Brand.
Pox deck doesn't have black mana.
Where's his Tomb of Urborg?
There's 9 colorless sorcerers in this particular Pox deck. And it looks like he hasn't been able to find the other, like, I don't know, 18 black sources.
Well, the back table looks like it's going to be a grindy game, so we're going to switch back to the front table. They've drawn up their 7 and are ready to go. And it looks like Zach is not happy with his. He's pitching back. He's like, nope, got him.
Yeah. Which is what you want to do. You want to
Yeah,
have a good hand against when you're playing Learn, right?
Oh yeah,
CJ looks like he's
you
gonna
absolutely need to be able to interact with them in the beginning turns.
So, other than some very exciting shuffling going on here, what?
Now what you guys don't get to see
Yeah.
is Brian trying to
Oh
figure
no,
out how to make
they'll
the-
get to see it. Don't worry. It's going to be. we're going to be distracted and looking at other things constantly here for the rest of the day, I think.
Who knows if you're actually going to hear us or not.
All right.
they'll be able to hear what I'm doing.
So
Yeah.
he's got a Reputation of Birds and a land. I think that you keep that in a death right. That's a key, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Doesn't matter what the second or third card is there. So he's gonna scry. It's a card. We don't get to know.
That's very descriptive. Good job.
Yeah.
At least he's correct.
Yeah.
That's true.
He says go, and he gets to ponder. Okay.
Ponder.
I'm not gonna say it.
The Potter's going to get a card.
And he's gonna juggle 3 moves. Hey, check this out. I learned this just recently because there's a playmat for ponder. Here. Let's pull it up.
Which Ponder?
The edition, not the lower one.
The
three
goodness.
moons that are being juggled or something, right? But if you check it out, if you look, there's a face right behind those three moons.
I don't think I've ever noticed
I
that.
didn't notice that before. There it is. Look at that face. It's and the some of the moons are like kind of the eyes in a weird setting. Anyway, that's kind of a cool thing. So you can get that as a playmat, I think. So tell me, guys, do you know what is the current playmat artist bandwagon thing? Like every artist now suddenly has 15 different authorized playmats. Has something changed with Wizards, or is it they've just realized that that's a decent way to make some money? Or have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, so Wizards
I've noticed.
has actually just recently allowed them to print their own art, because Wizards now owns, or for the last 10 years or so, has owned the copyright to each of those arts.
Right.
And so the artists themselves do not have the rights to print and sell their own art on playmats, and now they can. That's why we're seeing so much of it.
So similarly,
it.
okay, we got a counterspell on what? On the Death Right? Okay. Similarly, Steve Argyle, he did some interesting alternate art with some certain planeswalkers once upon a time, right?
Yep.
And he got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Because he can't use branded characters in his own stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's changed because he now has. Maybe it was just a custom. Maybe he can do it on custom as opposed to a printed one.
That might be how it works. Now, for everyone listening at home, tell us if the mic has gotten better or worse.
If suddenly we're way too loud.
If it's gotten worse, I'd be surprised.
I would be very surprised.
All right, Liliana's going to take care of the bird.
Ooh. Liliana of the Last Hope coming in on turn 3.
So
feels
he
like it
played
should
that
be-
one against me, and that card was just disgusting.
I always feel like it should come down on like turn 10 when you need the Last Hope, not like the first card you play. Just flavor fail to me.
We're not talking about the Lily Chandra Mac because that one was his art, but I don't think that's on a card.
No, it wasn't ever on a mat, but he actually got in trouble for even producing the art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't make that mat.
Oh, okay.
Hey there, Jorgensen. Welcome in.
If you see that on a mat, it's not his. It's somebody stealing it.
Right.
But he's done a new one. I think the new one. Sorry, I may be just misspeaking. I think the new one was a custom, like a fully customized.
Did we
playmat.
show off the face in the Ponder already? Have we done that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's how it works.
More or less the same. Oh, good. You should just go put it back then and do all that work again because it didn't make a difference.
Is it really? Are you serious?
Huh?
We have our mic settings turned all the way up.
It's like right in front of our faces.
It's literally, yeah. We're
All right.
very close to the mic.
Let's
Before
change,
I could not reach out and touch it, and now I can. Without, I don't even need to fill it. Yeah, just more heavy breathing.
Well, then let's move it back.
Well, it was a lot of work moving the mic, and so there's heavy breathing. That's part of how it works, right?
Brian was working hard, guys.
Yeah.
He did that for you.
I feel like they're the worst. Chat, you're the worst right now.
Don't listen to Brian.
I mean,
We've got 2 Shocklands in play here,
Mm-hmm.
so and a Thoughtseize. So those life totals might not be correct there. Looks like Zach's keeping track on paper and maybe not updating his dice life total there. He's definitely lower than 17. Okay, there we go. Now he's at 15. TJ with the help.
now they should be able to hear us very well.
There we go. There we go. Now let us know if that's too loud, guys, because that might be a little loud.
I think we're blasting their faces out. Okay, that should be a much better level.
Yeah. Wow. As we woke up, we just woke up everyone in everyone's house that maybe was sleeping.
Let us know how I feel about this. I'm probably gonna move it back now because we can.
Had to turn down the headset. Sorry. It's not my fault. It's Brian's fault.
It is Brian's fault.
You guys are never happy. There we go. Right there. That's the perfect temperature, volume.
I hope that's
thing.
perfect temperature.
Is
volume.
this okay now?
Are we there yet? Okay, I'm gonna move this back so that we don't get the same breathing and that external noise, but we get all of the good noise.
Plus, if we bump it, it'll be even louder. Yeah.
I didn't want my
You
ears
didn't need
anyway.
them. You have 2 ears. You don't need, the one that's shot now is fine. So okay, we got TJ playing a Thoughtseize. Zach deciding if he wants to respond
It was
to it.
always okay.
Chat's just making Brian do things as things fall. I was all nervous there as it started. Oh, the mic just fell. No, it was supposed to be.
Jorgensen says it sounds good, right? The way we just had it, and now that you moved it.
No one can hear anything. They can't hear you scream.
I don't know, guys. I'm not a problem solver.
So I think that
I'm
Zach's
just a magic player.
gonna abrupt decay Liliana here. I think that's what he's doing in response to his Thoughtseize.
Yeah, it's definitely a card that needs to be addressed.
Because otherwise this thing's just tied to it, right? There we go. Okay, now Thoughtseize gets to resolve. Ooh, see that was a tough pick. Do you lose the abrupt decay or do you take the combo piece?
He takes the Allurin. No, he was 1 mana off, so
Right. Well, he
definitely a threat.
yeah, and he may be able to deal with. There was maybe a helicopter flying next to the mic. I'm not sure. There is now a helicopter flying next to the camera.
Jeez, Brian.
Can they hear us still?
I have no idea.
All right, Brian has things situated. Guys, can you hear us?
Yeah. How's the sound?
Are things good?
If you turn your sound back to where it was,
We told
Can you hear the helicopter flying behind us?
we told the helicopter he wasn't allowed here. He left.
put it back the way it was. Now they're just gonna keep changing it back and forth. No, move it forward. No, change it. Okay, we're done. We're done with the mic.
Okay.
Good.
We should all just start miming things and seeing how many people we lose because they're.
Can you hear us?
No. Oh, also, everyone, just so you know, there are 10 Legacy players here tonight. Everyone has either left or, they're already on their way out. So we actually have more people between we have double the number of people on the floor back here and joining us on the interwebs.
Right. And we have 4 of those players on camera right now.
We essentially have half of the
Everybody's
playing
already
Magic
headed
on
down to
camera.
I don't know. The
Vegas
other
a
match
day
might
early.
be over by now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can check. Let's go check in with the other match.
Oh,
No.
they're still playing.
No, this is
So
game
they're in
3,
game
apparently.
3.
They're in game 3.
The beginning turns of game 3 looks like.
It looks like I thought he's had a wear tear. So he's going to hit an Entomb here, and I guess he's probably going to... Oh, they can't see this.
Yeah, so they're doing things that you do when you play Reanimator. That's pretty much what's
I mean, it
happening.
looks exactly like the way that I'd want to be
He
playing
gets an
Reanimator.
Iona. That's fair against a mono black deck.
I agree. The fairest of them all, in fact. Is Paul? Yes, Paul is here.
All right.
We're going to switch it back, because I think I know how this one's going to end.
I would guess so.
Let's
We're
go
on to
back and
this
watch
one?
that Allurin. You're going to have to turn off that. There you go. Now we can see
That's
it.
how we do it.
Now they can see it. Congratulations, everyone. We're back in.
All right, what do we have? A
Well,
recruiter
And Liliana's dead. And
Got
there's
something already.
No Allurin.
and a
Probably a Baleful Strix.
Death Ray Shaman came down last turn.
Does Zach have a blue sword? Sorry.
Yeah, he's got a breeding pool. Breeding pool, Overground Tomb, and a Scrubland. A Dissension breeding pool is what that is.
It has to be. Looks like he has all OG Shocklands.
Well, if you're playing Shocklands, right?
You gotta play Russian foils. I think that's what I heard.
No.
German foils.
It's hard to read.
It is significantly harder to read.
You're right. I don't speak Cyrillic. I don't read Cyrillic. I can read pretty interesting languages, but not that one.
We get to see a 3-drop.
Gilligan's Command.
Ooh,
that's spicy.
making him
That's a
discard
nice
a card.
foil.
Yeah, two damage and discard are the modes.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else he can hit. It's good that the Baleful Strix hasn't come down yet. Otherwise, it's a 2-for-1. 2-for-1.
Well, it's kind of a 2-for-1 anyway. He's hitting the Strix out of his hand or the Shaman, right? So
That's
same
one
effect.
That is one way to do it.
You
Yeah.
discard the Shaman.
I want to see if my deck beat your deck this time, Kyer. And my deck beat your deck. It's
Quiet
over.
you. All right. Brian and I are 1-1.
Huzzah!
It's pretty clear I need to pick better pilots for my decks.
Or just better decks, because Pox can do all
He
right.
chose that one.
Oh.
I
There
was
is
like,
one more thing that I wanna do.
okay, you can play Jund or you can play Pox. That's what I have access to from what's in my backpack right now. And he said, ooh, I want to play Pox. And I said, okay, you're paying for your tournament.
Yep.
I'm not paying for your tournament if you're playing Pox. And then he lost round 1. Guys, it was a good decision.
What did
On my
Zach draw there? He's kind of down to the last couple cards here. Let's see if we can fix the lighting. Strix and Eternal Witness, right?
Jeez, Brian cannot sit still today.
I legitimately cannot.
Yeah, it's changed things day here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we
Just
just
so distracted.
we've updated it. We
I
have
want-
it.
I
We
just
have
want to watch some
hanging
magic,
systems.
Brian.
We've got
That's all I want.
Soon, next time he's gonna have like a spread of like veggies, a veggie tray over here. He's just gonna be crunching on carrot sticks.
I mean, at least this way, they don't have to. They're not going to have the issue of
Watching us eat Kit Kats because I'll just grab them randomly.
Oh
and sit them in the
no,
back.
there's a huge downside suddenly to being back here. He gets back in abrupt decay with the Eternal Witness. That makes sense.
Yeah.
When whoa,
Ooh.
oh, the mood lighting.
Mm.
Suddenly, we're no longer in the podcast studio. We're in like a room out of Star Wars or something.
I feel like I'm super professional now.
Look at us.
Well, at least those of us with Paragon shirts are professional.
Mm.
You're right.
Who is this fool?
One deck. Honestly, Mats, I have one deck in a pile. I have Food Chain as my deck. Wait. No, I have Reanimator as my deck and Food Chain as my pile.
Mine switches. I feel like playing this, and then the other deck becomes a pile.
All right, so Jace comes down here, which I'm pretty sure puts TJ in.
Brian!
Not done. Still not done.
Every time he sits down, he finds something else to do. More lights. More lights. Okay, we're moving from a Star Wars Death Star room to
Ah!
something else.
Look, now it looks like it's bright in here, but it's actually super dark in here. Just letting you guys know.
That works. It's fine. We're good.
Now all we have to do is powder our faces so we don't shine.
Ah.
And then we need to wear...
No, what we need to do is, like, strap you to your chair.
He's probably right.
It's been a lot more exciting. Like, this turn has taken a while to happen, but we've had 4 different things happen in here, right?
Right.
We're on the discard step of in here.
Mike's changed positions twice. 2 different lights have been brought over. Other lights went off.
So I'm not going to get up, but if you don't mind moving the table that way, just a little bit. Also, for the next round, we're going to want to get pictures of the decks. So we want to clear off a space on the table so we can get pictures of their decks.
This guy.
Hey, I'm just trying to make all the improvements that
Right,
people tell me.
Yeah. Stop asking for things, chat. All right.
Well, it's not even just chat. It's like actual people. Yeah, like that.
Deathrite is tapping for mana to play another Deathrite. TJ is using all of the manas. And Zach is still sitting at 3. So there's kind of an
Okay,
imbalance
I'll
here.
go and sit down again.
I'm not
Sitting back.
sure.
I'm
not
back.
sure that Zach can come back from this. Like, Alurin can just win, right? And
Yes.
if he draws a land and an Alurin, and has the pieces he needs in hand, this board state doesn't matter. But as is,
Like Matt's saying, they didn't even show up for the games anyways. So I'm right. They just wanted to see us and to see my beautiful face.
Oh.
That's what they're here for.
so Eternal Witness goes in,
That's why you
takes,
asked me
takes
to
down
leave
Jace to
and go
1.
do things.
Abrupt Decay took care of the second Deathrite. Well, Brian moves around as if it's happening. I'm not sure that anything's I don't think he actually did anything.
I don't
with
think
the
we've
mic.
accomplished anything.
No, things changed.
Although
but-
we are like genies. I guess that is how it works.
All right.
I mean, you can
TJ's
try,
gonna
Jorgensen.
brainstorm.
Ask Brian to do something. See if it'll work.
Yeah.
I
We've got room for him to dance now.
I
Before
can-
that was
I can
We
fun.
promise
actually
you-
do.
I can promise you one thing. I will not make something happen.
Oh.
But you can ask Brian.
So we need to have a noiseless fan that blows our hair sideways. Otherwise, they'll complain about the chopper that's behind us.
Right.
And we'll have to get to the chopper jokes all night.
You guys don't want to see me
We're
more
going
beautiful.
down. Anyways.
All right, we've got a resolved Jace Storm and another land.
So I still feel like this is a game that's very much in Aloran's favor.
Yeah, now that he has another mana source out, as long as, well, the Death Rites can battle, right?
I have to get up again. I'm sorry.
The silent look. Come, help me.
All right. So, what do you think would happen if I hit his chair?
We probably should do it.
All right.
Seems like a good idea.
Where is this going?
Those Dyson fans are silent. Well, we actually have 3 of those in here, didn't you? That's why you haven't heard them. No, we don't.
All right. I put it under the table
There
that
we
he
go.
had me move. Now we have 2 people who really want to watch some magic commentating. All right.
Sprinkle some glitter on the fan as well. No. Now we're just getting ridiculous. It feels like TJ is slowly staying exactly where he is to me at the moment, right?
Mhm.
Whereas at any moment, Zach could just pull ahead.
Yeah. And
He's not applying any sort of clock. I guess he's death riding occasionally, but now he can't now that there's 2 out, right?
right. And Jace could potentially find something that could change the clock. And I think he needs to look for something to change the clock.
Let's see if I don't know where we're at actually. Here we go. Zach's main phase.
Is that what we're trying to do? We're trying to make the stream better? I don't know.
Another Strix. Strix into Strix.
I just show up, man. I just work here. That's actually a lie. I don't even work here. I actually just show up.
Alright.
Brian, though, that guy, he's a maniac.
So Zach has the choice here if he wants to attack with his Eternal Witness. He trades it for the Strix, right?
Yeah.
He can't really tap for mana because Deathrite would just battle and take whatever he tries to do there. So they both have to just kind of pause there.
And I do think that he wants to attack the Jace. I don't think it's a trade that he would be upset making.
Because then Strix next turn gets to attack,
Mhm.
right, and do things. So okay, it looks like he's reaching for it. He's gonna try. Yeah. That
That's
doesn't
true.
work. The nice thing about leaving your Eternal Witness and your Strix on board is that if you're able to go combo, then you can start bouncing them,
Yes.
right, and win. Whereas if you don't have any board presence,
Right.
you are relying on what's in your hand.
As long as TJ keeps his Deathrite Shaman untapped, though, Zach not only needs to find a land, but he also needs to find the Alluring.
Yeah, he needs both.
So even though Zach looks somewhat favored at the moment, he still needs a lot of things to
Yeah, and TJ can
take
just
this game.
another Culligan's command or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm surprised he actually didn't fetch before. I thought he would have gotten rid of what he had brainstormed earlier. Maybe that top
Right.
card was keepable. The way that he last turn brainstormed and then played a fetch land, I thought that that was the idea. It was a shuffle. But maybe this turn, or definitely this turn.
We're grabbing a Bayou. Now we really get to see the 4 colors shine through.
Well, yeah, he's got a bajillion mana here,
Yeah.
and he just hasn't.
2 Underground Sea.
And he'd be putting
Tropical
pressure on
Island.
it with that death right. It's just unfortunate that
Mhm.
Zach also was able to get one down. So see what he can do here. A brainstorm.
You know, I guess a removal spell would be just as good for Zach as another land.
Right. It would get rid of Jace,
Mhm.
which is what happened with his last
Right.
abrupt decay. Is how he got Jace down to 1.
Yeah.
So we've got a brainstorm resolving here. And I can't quite see what cards he's picking between.
I
Huh?
can't- I
The
can't
angle is
see
just
either.
a little off. Maybe if we all lean. Nope.
Every time I've tried, it doesn't work. I don't know why.
One time it's going to, and it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. And then you'll have used
Don't
your
make me
miracle
keep
on
trying.
something like that you'll realize it wasn't worth it.
Let's See, Zach makes it easy. He's got Recruiter and
Yeah.
Baleful Strix. I know what's going on over there.
So obviously our backup match is over. And now that we're in this room, I can't even tell you how much time is left in the round. I'll give you an idea, I think, of how long we've been streaming, though.
It's pretty easy to figure it out. All I'd have to do is peek my head out the door.
You will. That's way over there. That door is far away now. Ooh, okay.
Draw
Cabal
therapy.
Do you play it here? In the blind?
I think you do. I mean, it may. I think it might have been wise to just attack the Jace with a Baleful Strix first, but
This way you provoke a reaction here.
right.
Spell Pierce.
Oh, he
Interesting.
definitely.
I think you pay for this. Pay for the Spell Pierce here, and then. No, he's not going to.
I think he wanted to resolve the second Baleful Strix.
Yeah, yeah. So now you can send both Eternal Witness and Strix at Jace.
Yes.
And of course TJ could double block with both Deathrite and Strix, but that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's something he wants to do.
Moves a dance and a table move left of this match if you guys. Okay. I'm confused.
I'll let Brian know.
We were talking about Vegas just a little earlier, and
Yeah.
and I'm not sure how excited I would be to play in a Vegas Legacy GP that's as expensive as it is, with the prizes as unfavorable as they are.
Well, I'll be playing.
I'm
I'm gonna try.
Like, it'd be fun if it was
Yeah.
less expensive. How about that?
It is very expensive.
The hotel rooms right now are expensive because of a giant, huge, what are they? EDC they call it.
Yeah.
250,000 people down there in Vegas, which kind of laughs at the 3,000 to 5,000 people that'll be there for the Magic convention. Yeah. And it's made hotel rooms really pricey.
On the bright side, I got mine a while ago. So.
It's Patrick!
Hey guys,
How are
Hey, I
you,
found
sir?
Patrick.
you found me. How's it going out there?
We've got an interesting game here that's kind of slowed to a stall, but
Yeah.
things are moving along. That
Snap,
brainstorm for Zach is going to make some difference. Ooh, Kolaghan's
Snapcaster
Command.
for Kolaghan's Command,
Ouch.
killing both Baleful Strix and
Yeah, pretty strong card there.
Deathrite Shaman, and then we're gonna block the Ewit.
That was a change of play right there.
Oh, thank you.
Things-
About the water.
Things just changed, is what happened.
Get
Brian
it,
just
man.
Brian just gave
Yeah.
Brian just gave me a water. Does that mean I need to tell him where his seat is? What a guy. He's moving more things. Just to let you guys know.
The light is just like bouncing around. This room right
Somebody
now.
was
The whole
saying
room is
earlier,
shifting.
two microphone moves, a dance, and a table move left
Where did
for
the
the
seat
for,
go?
for the match.
Where did the seat go?
I
What?
hid the
What
seat. You'll never find it. Dang it, guys! He found it. There was only one hiding spot in the whole room. Let's be honest.
That was not hard. I'll stay on the outside.
Sure.
You got enough? I got a computer over here. Oh, don't turn off the whole stream.
You should probably after.
All right, so Leovold comes down. That's got to solidify things, right? Because Zach had a brainstorm in hand, which was going to give him a chance.
Yes.
Now he no longer can do that. So I think at this point I scoop and move to game 3. Ooh, Karen RB. Nope, that doesn't
Yeah,
help.
and
That
TJ's
doesn't
got a
help.
Snapcaster Mage
Yeah.
with a counter spell in the grave. He should be able to.
And I don't know how much time is left in the round, but this game's dragged on.
Absolutely.
So I would be a little hesitant. Okay, Jace dies. That doesn't help anything really. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but he can go find. Is there anything that he can find? You just have to win and it's okay. Yeah, that's how you play in a GP. You're right. If you just win, then it would be a lot more fun. You're right.
What can Patrick move around
I
for
think
us?
that I decided that if I flew down, I would spend about $1,000 just on hotel and plane flight. And then, of course, if I played in multiple Jeep, those are $100 each. If I drive down, then I'm driving for 6+ hours from Salt Lake, right? And it's still $500 in hotel.
Yeah. See, I got mine a little cheaper. We knew we were the two people that I'm going with. We've known about this for a while, so we got our rooms early, and
Yeah, that makes a difference.
so I mean I'm going to be playing in all 3 events, that costs a lot.
Yeah.
That's already paid
Unless
for.
you
though.
day 2 one of them.
I mean,
That's the goal, right? Is to day 2 one, and then what do you do?
I think the goal is just to play Magic. Honestly, I'm really just excited to play Magic for 3 days straight and just have a blast.
Yeah.
If I day 2 one, I hope it's Legacy because I just don't really want to play Sealed. It's not like I'm the type of player that I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna look at my Sealed pool, and guys, it's gonna be bad. The number of times that I've seen a good Sealed pool in front of me,
Right.
it just
Is those times when you had to register it and pass it to your left, right?
oh yeah.
That's when you see a good pool.
The only good Sealed pools are the ones that I open in like a pre-release. That's it. That's all I get. So
Okay, so I really can't see how Zach could do anything here.
yeah.
I'm not sure what he's tanking for a minute here.
TJ was able to round that corner pretty fast.
Yeah, RJ, that's kind of what I found. I found I was really excited to go buy some singles because there's a lot of vendors down there. And
They're in time, by the way.
They're in time.
they're on
They have
time
enough time, yeah.
on game, so maybe that's why he hasn't scooped then, right?
He's gonna try to live.
I was saying earlier, why didn't he scoop to so it's a 1-1-1. That's a draw. Because that was game 2, right?
I believe it
Yeah, I
is.
think so.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, you definitely need to. If you're gonna go to a tournament like this, you need to be with other people. For instance, I think what Bryce was saying is that it might cost you $1,000 to go to this tournament, and the way I've situated it, I'm paying a little less than $500. So for me, this is awesome. Like I'm totally psyched. I'm paying 500, like around 500, and that's including playing in all 3 events.
So
wow.
your
So-
your room and stuff is $200. Yeah.
No, it's going to cost me a little bit in gas too,
Right.
but like that's pretty minor in comparison to everything else. So
If
for
you're
me,
still-
it's worth it.
If you still want to head down Jorgensen, we have some space in some of our rooms available. It'd be about $60 a night.
See, now you're enticing me.
I know, at the Renaissance Inn
Yeah.
or Renaissance Las Vegas. It's right next to the convention center.
So look at that. You get a formal
Free
invitation
parking.
See,
from a guy on your
I
screen.
purposely canceled my in my reservation just so I could then get a really better deal.
There we go.
Well, maybe I'll have to chat with you after
Yeah.
we're offline here
That's chill.
and see what happens.
You want to drive down at 4 a.m. with me?
I was thinking, well, tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking of leaving pretty early,
Okay.
4 a.m. You're
But
gonna
you're
queue
staying-
with me
you're
and leave
staying
at
there.
4?
Yeah.
all till Sunday,
Jeez.
Yes.
Sunday
I
night?
leave Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on definitely doing Wednesday, Thursday with a maybe
Well,
Friday,
if you-
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, just pay for the nights you want to stay.
Yeah.
Although if you need to get back, that's true.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
may have to drive your car.
Right.
So I'm leaving like 7:30 in the morning, so I might get like a little bit of sleep, but
Yeah, I'm essentially cubing, and then I'm gonna go home for an hour or so, then pick up my buddy who gets off work, and he's gonna drive the first leg.
yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine then.
It
First
might
leg,
be-
it's 6 hours. That's only one leg.
He said he can probably do until like 7 or 8 is when he starts crashing. Just his energy levels go
Yeah.
down, and if I have been asleep for the last for 3 hours, and then do it, like I can make it.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Ugh, I have to drive. If I'm driving somewhere, it has to just be me.
You have to be in the driver's seat.
I used to live in New Mexico, and I had to drive to and from North Utah down to South New Mexico.
Cool.
It was like 14-hour drive, and when I did it, it was just me, and I don't think I would have had it any other way.
So what are they doing?
A short trip from Norway. Yeah, that's true.
It's a short trip.
Yeah, you're right.
Just pop in, pop out, easy.
Japanese standstills and factories. There you go. That's what you should be doing in Legacy, right? We've got. What do we have going on here? Oh,
So our
ads
next,
up top. There we go.
is our next round gonna come up soon?
I'm very certain we got
Oh look,
round 2 happening very soon.
I'm Patrick.
Patrick, you're not Patrick.
I am not
Let's
Patrick.
fix that. We got Caster 1. And we've got Caster 2
Yeah.
is not Brian because he's not here.
But Caster 2 is Brian.
Ooh, look, I'm still me. There we go. There we are.
Perfect.
With our, doesn't that look like something out of the Death Star when with hit? with
Kinda
that light?
does.
We just need like the white panel lights right here, and we're right next to a elevator or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it in the Death Star.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The turbo lift.
Mm.
Gotta
I'm sure somebody in chat's just gonna tell
I
you.
remember. That's why I had to quickly come up with it. From Norway, that's awesome. You're watching our stream from Norway? What time is it in Norway right now? Is it
It's probably early morning.
or really, really, really early morning right now?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. We just finished round 1,
We did.
so.
We had Reanimator beat Pox in our backup match, and then we had Alurin and
Four color
Four Color Control.
It looked like they drew.
They drew 1-1-1.
Pretty sure that they didn't even get to play a third game, which makes you wonder. As soon as Zach was on 3 lands, and TJ, the control player, had about 5, and they both had Deathrite Shamans out, it would have been hard because Zach needed a land and an Alluring
Yes.
in order to win, right? Because his Deathrite was never going to tap for mana. So I wonder if I would have scooped right then to try and play a game 3.
I probably would have.
Because your game 3 advantage is way higher,
Right.
And you're on the play, and you
Alluring can
quick.
win.
How do the
much.
tables look? You missed them. Kick the cameras out.
Let's find out.
You know, he said that they kicked the cameras out, but let's be real. Brian was probably just moving stuff around.
All right, who do we have on for round 2? As he leaves the room.
Brian.
Okay, we've got round 2. Players are seated, they're shuffling, and the cameras are shaking. It's horrible. Fix it. Go back the other way.
Yeah, the other way. Way to go.
Who do we have?
Oh, so you're in the U.S. All right, and we've got an Australian viewer. Awesome.
There, way better.
Okay,
Great.
so we've got John on the right, and we have Caleb on the left.
While you're up, change your outfit. It looks hideous.
Caleb's playing,
Dredge.
and
And John's on blue-white. He's on Copblade.
really?
He's on Legacy Copblade. 100%.
Really?
Okay. So let's transition over to our round 2 here.
You just missed it. He put his hand. Oh, there he goes. Got a chalice.
Caleb's
and
on what? What did he say he's on? That did not look like whatever he said he was.
That looked like Eldrazi Stompy.
Yeah.
He had a Matter Shaper and a chalice.
It's gotta
and-
be Eldrazi. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put
It's
that.
got Trinisphere.
There's too many tags now.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Now they just got back table and everything like that. Okay, so here's a matchup I don't think you're gonna see in Vegas.
Probably never.
You probably will see a couple Eldrazi builds.
Yes.
Cobblade, maybe not. But if it's Stoneblade with a couple birds in it, okay.
And the back table is Odeon on Black Red Reanimator, and then Davis on Shardless.
Maybe have John move that life dice just onto the table.
Just
It's-
enough.
I can see it, but
while I'm still standing up.
yeah.
He did change his shirt, by the way, guys.
Ooh, okay. So we've got a turn 1 Chalice on 0, a turn 1 Chalice on 1. Right.
Turn 1 Chalice on 1, and turn 2 Trinisphere.
Next.
What? I swear he must have been playing an extra match when he had Dredge. 'Cause I swear he was
Yeah,
playing
this is
Dredge.
not Dredge. He like showed his hand, and we're going, yeah, that's Eldrazi. People keep switching decks, and Brian just can't keep it straight.
One
we
and
got,
two.
We got 1 and 2. Jeez.
All right.
Caleb's like, don't play spells. Well, so much for those Squadron Hawks. Which he did. He called me up on the phone today and was like, do you guys have any Squadron Hawks? And I'm like, yes.
They were in Eternal Masters. You guys probably have a million.
Yes.
We do. And I'm like, what are you doing with this in Legacy? And then
Brian is doing cardio. It's really working out.
And the rest of us are
I'm
watching
excited.
Magic.
I think I've hit all of my goals today on my
The
Apple
step
Watch.
counter over here.
Yeah, my step counter. It's 10,000 steps, guys. We did it.
I won't believe you till I see it. So
I'll get there. I'll get there one day. So Matter Shaper, the first creature, is actually in play now. It only cost him 3 mana.
That's a pretty phenomenal start for Eldrazi, right? You
Oh,
gotta
it's-
go turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Trinisphere, turn
Against-
3 Chalice.
against an unknown deck, I
Yeah.
can't imagine a whole lot
Right.
better.
Yeah, you just discard your 1-drops because those aren't ever getting played.
I mean, seriously, though. But look at this. He's got 9 mana available right now. And this is what, turn 5? Eldrazi is a silly deck. Now, I don't think it's going to be taking down any GPs or classics or whatever anytime soon. But it's like,
But it'll be there.
oh,
So you have to
absolutely.
you have to be able to handle a one-off.
I mean, a lot of the cards in the Eldrazi deck have become available very recently. So as long as you're willing to pick up the lands, it's easier to build than a lot of other decks.
Right.
It's so true. That's so true.
And it gained some popularity, and I think that's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, because, well, once people get a taste of Legacy, they always want to try a blue deck. Like, being able to cast Force of Will just is so much fun. And so,
Unless you're me.
unless you're Kaya.
And then you 3-0 your last 2 legacy events with Punishing
So
Fiend.
yeah,
There you go.
very quickly,
It happens, guys.
Eldrazi wins because John didn't get to do anything.
Because as it turns out, you need to be able to cast spells to win games.
Especially 1-mana spells that are not Ancestral Recall but are very close.
I think that's a really strong deck actually going into a GP is something that plays both Chalice and Trinisphere, right? Because you just get free wins like that, right? He didn't even know probably what he was playing against, and the field is going to be so big. It's stronger than playing something that's a little bit more rogue in a different way.
It's so true, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the people that want to play Big Red or whatever. I think Eldrazi is going to be one of those decks where if you're coming in with buys, you'll probably do relatively well. If you're not coming in with buys, you're going to run up against some of your worst matchups probably early on in the tournament. I'm going in with 1 buy, so I'm excited.
I will have one as well.
I'm excited to be able to kind of sleep in a little bit on Thursday,
Mhm.
but not only that, have an extra round buffer where I don't have to play against Burn or Goblins in my first round.
Yeah.
Every single Legacy tournament, that's what happens to me, and so I'm glad that I have just a little bit of that buffer. JB Good, go and Dragon Slappy's actually a fine deck.
JB's from Australia, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Or
also,
no, he
Matt,
told us we had an Australian viewer. I guess he didn't
Oh,
actually say
yeah.
that he was
Just
Australian.
somebody somewhere, one of these guys.
There you go, Fox. GP prep. Have beers with Utah guys. I mean, we're close enough. We're essentially Vegas.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
it's
seriously?
almost exactly the same thing, except
Oh.
minus the drinking, prostitution, and gambling. So we're nothing like Vegas.
I saw.
Which is not true. I drink quite a bit.
I saw a
The
pretty
thing- but we
good.
just have way stricter.
Yeah,
liquor
our laws
down
are
there.
our laws are ridiculous, but
Oh man.
I saw a pretty good thread on Reddit today that it's pretty appropriate that GP Vegas will be the first GP that's topless. Yeah, I didn't come up with that myself at all, but I wish I had because that's pretty awesome.
You're right. I'm
The
glad.
first topless GP.
First topless Legacy GP.
Yeah.
There you
There you
go.
go.
I mean, modern has always been topless.
you guys don't want to see you did that. No kidding.
Got him. Got him.
It works both ways.
Yeah, so they're asking about. We just had the law passed recently about the new DUI law.
Yeah.
Isn't it super low now? Like it's
Yeah,
Right,
it's
it's half.
it's 0.05.
Oh my goodness.
I
Which
mean,
is bad.
Grant, that's like if you don't have food, that's one beer. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Especially for
pretty
a
much
lightweight person.
at this point, you just want to like have a DD or you Uber, which is what a lot of people do.
Which I guess is
Drawing
the whole
extra
point.
cards on camera. We got him. Got him, guys.
All right, this
Thanks
is
for
our
something,
backup
guys.
match here. That's over.
Blackcard Reanimator versus Charles. Looks like Charles picked him up on the first one, and that top 3 cards of the library probably would have actually gotten him somewhere decent.
So,
We should probably switch the main match back. Though.
well, I guess. He says it as if I should know what I'm doing. We've got a revealed Endbringer, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, 0.05 is definitely low.
So
on the bright side, you just don't really drive anyway, so
it's really weird though that people that complain about beer, because anybody that actually likes beer here in Utah, Evanston is a really short drive,
yes.
and they have a huge selection of
Huge.
different beers, and that's what people that actually like beer do, right?
Mhm.
And it's not that far to go.
It's
anywhere.
an hour.
Yeah, you've got Evanston, you've got Wendover. I mean,
Yeah.
you go right across the border into Grand Junction,
So-
Colorado.
The people that complain they're kind of complaining about the convenience, I
It is
guess, really more than anything else.
That's true.
I'm a little lucky though because we have Hill Air Force Base in Utah, and they get beer from somewhere else.
Right.
And since the people that I'm usually with work there,
Are all
they
veterans or
they
Yeah.
all have.
So there isn't the silly diluted beer on Hill Air Force Base. It's the only place in Utah you can get. No,
Yes.
that's not true. If you buy beer at the liquor store, it's full strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
it's-
just if you buy it at like the grocery store.
Mhm.
I'm talking as if I know what I'm talking about. I don't drink beer, so I'm
Neither do I.
making this up.
Of all of
I
these,
do.
Kyre's the drinker here.
I do. I enjoy it quite a lot.
We have had some fun dinners together when he got
No more country cruising in Salt Lake.
Right.
No, you can keep your country cruising to somewhere else.
Oh man.
We've got a endless one that got spell snared. That's rude. I guess.
Jorgensen, yeah, we have those. We have 2 cameras now. We've got a backup cam, so we have matches going the entire round.
Yeah, so the reason Brian's been moving everything around is we have an
Why I'm doing my
entirely
10,000 steps in
we
per
have
round.
we have an entirely new setup. We've moved the feature match table out among the other tables,
Mhm.
and then we have moved all of our stuff from the closet, is what I'm going to call it,
So, I mean, it's the storage room.
into the broadcasting area.
Oh, look at that! Squadron Hawk beat down.
Got him.
Yeah,
I told you he was legitimately
Legacy
playing
Squadron Hawk took. Ooh, back to basics.
There you go.
See, this might be just one of Squadron Hawk for the win.
Well, we'll get some standard round talk, and I mean, we're just gonna shoot the breeze anyways. There's 3.
Guys,
Yeah.
we've made it through like a round and a half without talking about standard.
No, Lingering Souls does not exist. I'm sorry. Squadron Hawk is. I think it's just there
Squadron
for the.
Hawk, strictly better.
Well, yeah. And Reality Smasher comes down. This is like,
Yeah,
I
the
see you're back to
helicopter.
basics and I raise you a 5/5. I tap 3 mana for mine and mine feels better.
Matt says they also have a helicopter. To whoever just came into the chat is going, what? What does that
That
mean?
definitely comes from early on in the stream. Also, I'd love to acknowledge we have 31 viewers right now. That is 3 times the number of players currently playing in this Legacy
Well, and that's
tournament.
just in one
Small
of our
legacy
platforms, right?
That is true, yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
definitely there's more than that watching right now.
I mean, there's potentially people on both Facebook and YouTube because we've also fixed that setup over the last couple of weeks.
So if for some reason you guys don't like Twitch, which I don't know why you wouldn't really like it.
I love Twitch.
I dig its platform for mobile. You can watch us elsewhere.
Yeah. As far so for Jorgensen, yeah, absolutely. The reason why Squadron Hawk is so great in Legacy is it's just straight card advantage.
You just
You
said
pull them all up.
Squadron Hawk is great in Legacy.
Yeah,
That's what I just said.
let him finish.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Because you pull all of them up with the Squadron Hawk,
Yeah.
and then you put 2 of them back with your Brainstorm, and now your Brainstorms just draw 3
Okay,
cards. Okay, yeah, got it.
Well,
There you go.
I don't know if you got me, but it's a
I
point.
got there.
It's
I
a
should
point.
have got there.
Right? Yeah. It's easier to have things to get rid of
Yeah.
because you don't want them, and so you can shuffle more.
If more people would put more bad cards in their deck,
Yeah.
then it'd
Brainstorm-
be easier to brainstorm.
Yeah. Obviously. We wouldn't have to sit around and watch people brainstorm and be like, okay, so I would probably put this one down.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Ancestral 93. We're all on the same page here.
Yeah. Bad cards. That's what we're all about.
Well, I'm cutting these 4 so I can bring in some sideboard cards. Exactly.
He actually, so he said, he talked to me after round 1, because I was skeptical at first, right? And he's like, Squadron Hawks won me the game, and I'm like, makes sense.
Is that
Makes sense, that's good.
what is the card on the top of?
Very top is Dismember.
Dismember,
okay.
Warping
The
Will,
F&M
Warping
promo,
Will,
yeah.
Jite, Mistress Factory, and a minute.
So he's going to play.
That's
He
a
gets,
good-looking
he gets to
Mistress
play a
Factory there,
Dismember.
too.
So do you take Dismember here because that's the card that gets to come down next turn?
Ancestral 93. Good job. You're on the right bandwagon. Play Cobblade.
So
I like it.
Well, I mean, if we're starting from one bad card, right?
So
Also,
he
is that-
didn't take it, and his click got dismembered.
Why wouldn't you take that as
I'm not sure.
whatever? Anyways,
That's what we decided. It's easy to resolve a brainstorm because it just. Okay. Jace is going to bounce the Reality Smasher, and
And
Caleb
back to
is going to
basic
skewer.
Fox about, yeah.
Yeah.
this
There we go.
conversation makes me want to just put 4 Tybalt in every deck I play.
you're right. OJ Con coming out from Florida. Congratulations.
Okay,
And
so
welcome in.
none of these things work because Squadron Hawk specifically gets 3 more cards, right?
Yes.
That go into your hand. So there is a point. I just don't know if it's a good point.
Let's
So if
face
you're
it.
hitting, I mean, if you've got 2 Jaces, you've got 4 Brainstorms.
Right.
Like you'll be able to get card advantage out of the card.
And how often are you going to cast a Squadron Hawk and your opponent's going to be like, oh yeah, forcing that? You know? Like,
Yeah.
counter spell that
you get
Squadron
You get a
Hawk.
1/1 down, and then you land a Stoneforge Mystic or something later, or you get a Numazawa's Jete, and it's just like, peace. See, you play Squadron Hawk because you're playing Jace, right? You have to have your Squadron Hawks
Let's see-
altered
let's
so
see if
they're
we can do it
carrying Jetes and stuff.
Yeah, he obviously didn't side out his Squadron Hawks, right? That's the game plan. So let's see if Squadron Hawk can take down Eldrazi here.
I guess it's better than Geist of Sanctuary.
Just gonna keep putting. You can do better than Ancient Crab.
Gotta do better.
Yeah.
I think Fox is onto something. Your Cabal Therapy is not bad with the Squadron
Guys,
Hawk.
Charging Badger.
Maiming Squawk.
I almost feel like we should be drinking right along with Fox here.
Right, yeah.
I understand now where Fox has been coming from this whole time.
Right.
I get it.
If Brian would let me drink, I would be drinking right now. Just letting you know. He won't let me.
I missed what it named.
Sorry,
Chris.
I can't let him drink on stream.
I can't do
I would
it.
assume he named Jace, right?
I'll get a beer with you guys later.
A turn
though.
1 needle against this deck. Do you need
Definitely,
Jace?
anyone in Vegas that wants to get a beer with this guy.
Seriously, if you guys want to come out and have a beer with me.
You'll spend the $15 for a beer in Vegas.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
I mean, hit him up. He's going to be on Fremont Street, so literally every night on
No,
Fremont Street.
So, oh, okay.
Just
Fremont's
like-
a little bit better, right?
Just go to Fremont. Just find me. I'll be the guy with this face. We'll hang out.
Just find me in the crowd of 250,000 EDC people, and it'll be great.
Oh my goodness.
I'll probably have like an orange Bengals
So
uniform on.
what's actually fascinating is if you remember from the first Modern Masters, did you guys go down to Vegas for that?
Uh-huh.
I did.
EDC was happening, right?
Yeah.
There were some interesting people walking around Vegas.
Oh yeah.
There's always interesting people walking around Vegas, right? But during EDC,
Fremont.
it's a little different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jorgensen.
Vegas
I'm actually
is
going to be.
very
At the,
different.
I'm actually going to be at the Cortez, so I'm right on Fremont, and I am psyched.
Flying men go down with
So
style.
yeah,
I'm so excited.
for the first Vegas, I stayed at the D. Right on Fremont Street.
Yeah, the D's awesome.
Yeah.
I was at the Plaza last time.
Here it is, Squadron Hawk.
I think I did Golden Nugget
Oh yeah.
for 2015. That was fun. That was unique.
Now we
But that was
were
also
playing
really
And
much.
Bringer.
He only gets 1 Squadron Hawk?
Oh, okay.
Did he side out too, like chat's saying? What just happened?
No, I think he actually didn't want to discard. Because a lot of times you'll get one, and then you'll cast the second one, and you'll go get another.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, you can chain them like that.
When your hand's
Easy
full,
chain.
you don't typically want to grab a bunch.
Now you played this Council's Judgment and get rid of that Matter Reshaper, right? I would, because I'm a silly person. But we also have the advantage of seeing what's in Caleb's hand, and Caleb has no other creatures. He's got a Warping Whale and a Numazawa's Jete, and then a land, City of Traders. And so, like, if you get rid of this, if you exile this Matter Reshaper, it's over.
Yeah, but then if he top decks a anything,
I mean,
That's when you need your removal spell for.
you're not wrong, but it looks like he got another land.
Yeah.
Cavernous Souls.
Yeah.
There you
So this would then tell him, right? It would speak volumes.
Yep.
Except
go. Well, now you see your
Jitte
Jitte.
gets to equip things.
I guess. I mean, you're not going to Warping
Yeah.
Whale a Squadron Hawks, right? You could, I guess.
And
Matt's
equip.
is like $50 is still cheap for Norwegian. Yeah, Norwegian getting beer in Scandinavia is all over Europe. It's pretty expensive. Also, the DUI, they actually have way stricter laws. Like if you get one DUI, you lose your license and
Right.
get it back for like years.
And so people don't drink and drive there.
Well, it's nice. A lot fewer fatalities from it.
Snapcaster into Brainstorm?
I know.
Mason, you couldn't buy a beer if you wanted to.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't, but I'm 10. I thought he was saying I wouldn't. Council's judgment.
Snapcaster the Mind
He wouldn't
Sculptor.
pay $15 for a beer. Actually, you probably would, Mason. You totally
If somebody would let you.
I like Fox's call on this. We should call it Hawk to Basics instead of Cobblade.
Well, because if he gets down another back to basics, this game is over again, right?
I see no blades. For the record.
But he's got one in his hand, doesn't he?
No.
No?
He had
Oh.
a sword at the end of the first game.
Oh, well, that was
Oh, that's
only
disgusting.
2 games ago.
So,
Yeah.
Council's Judgment on the Jitte.
Yeah. And look, he's actually tapped out, so that second Warping Well in his hand isn't going to be able to interact with it.
Or just play back to basics right here, off the top. Ready?
Rip it. Well, he didn't put it back on top. We know that.
No, he didn't.
Better have a fetch land. That polluted Delta. Got him.
You were talking about the game. I absolutely would.
Pay
Yeah, I
$10
thought so.
for a beer. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
That's
All the $15 that Mason doesn't have.
There you go.
I think he's going to vote for Jitte. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Using a Jitte counter is anti-value to kill a hawk. I mean,
Yeah. Look what that hawk just did. It used up a whole Jitte counter.
Got him.
that's value.
It's almost like going down a card.
Hey, there's a Mutavault. You got more power. So, what's John's out here? Like, he's at 10 life. I guess they're kind of neck and neck, right? As far as the life game. And if there's any other answer, if there's a Swords to Plowshares or something for this Matter Reshaper, like, Caleb has no other cards in his hand. Like, really nothing else to do. There's a Cavernous Souls, right?
I mean, something else to say, though. Caleb's...
Oh, there's the back to basics. There it is.
The top of Caleb's deck is really scary.
So
Sorry, I had to get in 10 more steps for that.
the basics was
10,000
was
this way.
fantastic last turn. Not so much here because if he draws a Reality Smasher, he still gets to play it. Whereas last turn he would have been tapped out.
Yeah, back to basics, you kind of want to play Getcha with.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
It looks like he picked up another land. I'm good at this.
Matter Reshaper lives matter.
Yep. So back to basics. I mean, back to basics will be great after the fact here, or I guess you block the Mutavault. Is that what he's thinking about doing? Shaper lives on.
Ooh, okay.
So
He's
he's.
clicking himself. He does have to reveal his hand, doesn't he?
No, I think he looks at.
He just gets
No,
to
he
look at
reveals his hand to himself. Yeah.
to himself.
Yeah, it's not revealed to the other player. It's revealed to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
like
it's
that.
kind of the same thing when you like thought sees yourself.
I mean, Caleb has seen like literally 5 lands off the top, just back
Yeah.
to back to back
Yeah.
to back. But now he's gonna get back to basics.
Yeah, he's still got six untapped mana at the moment, so it makes sense, but it's not fantastic.
Mutavault is turned off, and there's a Squawk. So I guess you're gonna. Don't you just play the Squawk here?
He's opting not to.
Caleb got another land.
Clearly needed more.
You're right. Brainstorm. He still have a Squadron Hawk. See, don't you just though play the Squadron Hawk before you play the Brainstorm?
Yeah. Well, I
And
thought
he
that
did-
was.
and
Isn't
he
that
did-
exactly what you said?
And he did find another hawk in the brainstorm,
Yep. And it looks like he's putting one of them back.
of course.
He does have a fetch land here.
It's not
he
going to
did-
untap.
And his Swords to Plowshares. Oh no. Oh no. That polluted Delta that won't untap. I feel so bad for him.
Ooh, he went and got Island. Oh, he had to because it was a Delta, right?
Correct.
I think he wanted a white source there.
I think he did. He's gonna kind of lose this Tundra, like as soon as he casts something off of it, which I don't think he will.
Right? She's Fox. You're on the same page as me.
Yep. That poor fetch land.
Hawk is obviously better on the hand than in the field.
Oh man.
Tragic.
All right. Hey, at least this is an interesting game 3. This is not what I expected, where Eldrazi just plays lands and nothing else, and Squadron Hawk gets to tap his non-basic
Yeah, so his non-basic is tapped down.
instead of
It's
getting
on the ground.
doesn't matter because
Isn't
Eldrazi
the
just
land.
draws lands.
By me,
Do
apparently.
we know what the pithing needle's on?
No,
No.
I assume it's Jace because that's
Yeah.
almost all he saw that would. It
That
would
spell snare is going to be so good.
work. It's gonna take
I
down
think-
that warping will.
No. I think he just drew an Eldrazi mimic.
Oh, yeah, spell snare.
Got him.
He needs to. Oh, he doesn't have to pay for it because of Ayavugan, right?
Yeah.
Look at the Squadron Hawk beatdown, guys. It's happening. The
Down
circumstances
to 9.
have happened. There's another one.
That Hawk to basics though.
Mimic.
So
No,
Hawk.
you hold it. You hold it. Don't counter a Eldrazi mimic here.
He can has it.
So that doesn't untap. Yeah, there we go. He's about to run out there, and I'm like, wait a second. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to play Magic or something.
Is it an actual sword? Oh, it's
There
gonna
we
be.
go.
We might get to see. Not yet. Not quite yet.
Is he gonna get a Jithe or
The namesake of the deck.
Yeah, we
Is
might
that
get
what
to see
you're
a sword equipped to a bird.
Nice paradoxical outcome. Oh my goodness. Or Batterskull.
Oh my goodness! I watched Caleb Durward messing with a paradoxical outcome. Just
Yeah.
0 mana cost artifacts deck the other day. It was painful to watch. Also, I laughed a lot.
Yep.
It was beautiful.
Well, obviously Caleb didn't find anything that great. Although Mission's Factory is not the worst he can get. It only gets him in for 2 extra damage, and the Batterskull's coming.
And
down
then he's
this
just
turn.
gonna die next turn.
I mean, yeah.
So Squadron Hawk can win if all you do is draw lands. You've heard it here first, guys.
That Wasteland, get the Wasteland, bro. Wasteland. Oh, I guess he wants to be able to stop any reality smashes that are coming. That's the most important thing. I think Force of Will is the top card.
Yeah, I think the worst thing that could possibly happen to John is
A reality smash.
A reality
He's got a
smash.
Source of Plowshares, right? So
yeah, he does.
it wouldn't be the
He
end.
does, but he can only deal with
And-
one of the two. I
but
guess one of them doesn't have trap.
He could flash out. He could flash out the Batterskull though, and block,
Yeah.
gain life, and then equip next turn and still win.
Yep. Well, he doesn't have the extra land to equip. Yeah, so he's going to leave the Force Will on top. I feel like that's fine. Force Pitch Brainstorm. Swing with your squawks.
Swing with your squawks. Is
Squeeze.
that what just happened?
Reality
Swing
Smash
with
on top. That's what Caleb just drew.
Oh, okay.
And so now he's got to think through this play. So it's obviously going to be Force Pitch something, and then he's going to get rid of the other card.
No, Flyman would not have been as effective as Squadron Hawk. I think he netted 2 cards off Squadron Hawk here, right?
Ooh, we forgot about the Cavernous Souls. For that Force of Will.
Ah.
Although we still, so what's going to happen is, I mean, you're essentially right.
Ooh, it's a endless one.
Sorry, I'm bad at life.
So it can be countered. It's
Can't be countered. It
it's
is
a 6/6.
6,
8.
8, because the
Oh
I
yeah,
have it.
yep. So here comes Batterskull.
blocks it, and then he untaps and has 5 mana and swings with his Batterskull carrying Squadron Hawk for the win.
1, 2,
It
3, 4,
happens.
5. He does the math. It works.
I'm good at math things.
Tapping things,
And
equipping things. He
on the
gets to
Squadron
attack
Hawk,
with a
and
Squadron
swings
Hawk
for 6 in the air
for the win.
Whoa!
There's absolutely no way that Eldrazi, if they had drawn 1 less land, could have won that game.
Yeah, no way.
But he did need those 2 cards. You're probably right.
All right, so real quick, I'll update this, and then we'll take a look and see what's happening on our backup match.
So just to let everybody know, those Squadron Hawks just won. That's all I had to say about that.
There is still magic going on the back table. That surprises
We'll
me.
transition over to this and see if we can figure out what's happening. So obviously, this is not Caleb on Eldrazi and John
It's
McCulley.
Odeon on the right on Blackguard Reanimator and Davis on the left on Shardless. Celestial Colony plus back to basics. That's a pretty neat combo. Okay, so Gristlebrand kills the Liliana. I'm wondering what that pithing needle on. Oh, it's going to be on Deathrite Shaman. That's a pretty easy one. And Davis is like, no.
Or possibly on Gristlebrand, right?
It could
Well,
be.
so there's one pithing needle on each side of the board. So
Yeah.
one is on Gristlebrand, one is on the other. And as far as life totals, they are impossible to see.
They're very small. We only have the 2 large dice.
Yep, we got to get the
I
digital
failed.
pad out there
I failed, Brian.
for the last time.
I had 2 extra big dice, and I removed them from my bag before I came over.
Davis on cards. See, we've said that, and he's played very loosely in the past, but he's still.
You guys should have heard the conversation we had with him in regards to the loose play of past.
It's true.
It was pretty funny.
It's true. But it looks like he's doing fine right now.
I asked him if he wanted to cube tonight, and he goes, "No, you've seen how I play Magic when I get tired. I can't go through that again." And I went, all right, fair enough.
That's so true. It's EION. There you go. The Black Herd Reanimator. Now there's things and stuff going on, certainly.
It's a really long thing.
Oh, Chancellor of the Annex made it back into play somehow. Off of that reanimate up there. That is Davis, and he is picking it up. I'm going to assume that was game 3. Because the other match didn't go that quickly.
Well, we know it wasn't game 1.
And one of them was playing Reanimator, which usually...
And one of them was playing Reanimator, which usually doesn't have long, drawn-out matches. Nope, this is game 2. It is 1-1 here.
Oh.
So we've got a match of Magic going on, right? Because they're sideboarding. This is some sideboarding. Magic time.
So I had an interesting play happen Friday. I was playing against Black Red Reanimator, and I was playing the black-white Jeff Hooglin deck,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
Dead Guy L. And he drops down. I on the play.
Why don't we name other formats?
Yeah. Old,
Why don't we
old
name
decks
decks in
were
other formats?
fantastic.
Tin Fins,
Yeah.
Dead Guy Ale, like Maverick, like
So I get down a 2-drop.
Nick
I
Fit.
get down the black-white 2-drop. I just forgot it.
Tidal Scholar.
Scholar, right? And I take a card. Doesn't matter what, because he is able to get out a Siren Sanity on me, right? Really quick. But I had a Lingering Souls in hand that I had to discard, so I was able to flash back Lingering Souls. So I had 4 power on board versus his Siren Sanity. It was awesome. It was gonna win me the game, and then pairings got reposted, and I never got to finish it.
Man. Oh man.
I was dead to like a turn 2 Sire, but I had 4 power. It would have worked. It was exciting. It's never gonna happen again ever. But
Nope. There's no way. It will never happen.
title Exclamation Scully. Yes, thank you. It's nice when you're trying to think of a name of a card and chat comes up with it before you even get to say
It's
it.
like delayed too,
Yeah.
so you're like, wow, that
I'm
took me
playing
a
a
while.
black-white 2-drop. I know what it is. There's only
Magic
so many of
cards.
them.
I
There's
play
only,
Magic cards.
there's only 3 of them in the deck. Come
Yes,
on.
you do. Oh man.
So, we're not shuffling very quickly for game 3 here. How much time do you think we have left?
I think probably about 15 minutes left around. And I can check very quickly.
Well, it's way
Whoa.
over there. You have to like
no, it's easy.
go around the corner and look at things.
You have to exercise and leave places.
18 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, they have 18 minutes for a
Right,
game.
that's
That's
about right.
that's not bad at all.
They're gonna have plenty of time. I mean, Reanimator is for the people that just go off.
Ah, see, black white Shatterbait.
That guy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's the 2-drop that cuts black white. So yes, it's absolutely true that decks have gotten boring because it's easier to understand what they are. But meh, it's way more fun when they have cool names.
Yeah.
Well, they used to let the creator of the deck kind of name it. Nowadays, it doesn't really go that way.
Well,
I mean, they're trying to keep it consistent for data analysis and stuff like that.
calling black white Dead Guy Ale when it doesn't really have, does it have any card that's from the original Legacy Dead Guy Ale list?
I
I don't think it does. So
don't think so.
it's not really Dead
I mean,
Guy
Swords to Plowshares.
No,
Ale.
swords.
Yeah.
Swords. Okay.
Take Cruzelbrand. Good idea.
He can execute on turn 1. It's not that bad. So, like, literally, Odeon's like, let me draw a Thoughtseize here, right? He should totally take Gristlebrand or Sire of Insanity. Sire of Insanity. Oh,
Yeah, the Exhume.
there you go.
Weird.
Let's play real.
Seems like
Magic
he knows
instead.
what he's doing, and
Surprise.
we all just kind of have fun.
Obviously, you take Gristlebrand because it's the best card.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, see you there, Nurse Toki.
So he drew a Scrubland there. That's not the best. Although if he gets another Dark Ritual, he can hard cast this Sire of Insanity from his hand.
That's true. You're absolutely
Pitting
right.
Needle,
RJ.
naming, Deathrite Shaman, I'm going to assume.
I could listen, but now it's too late.
You're bad at things, Bryce.
Well, you guys are being communicative, so I have to talk.
That's
to
a
you.
good point, Jorgensen.
What?
Dragon Stompy doesn't have dragons.
That's true. That's true.
Nor does it stomp on things.
I mean,
we're on the wrong mic, so I can't hear anyway.
oh,
We got two needles naming things.
Again.
One's probably naming Grizzlebrand.
and the other one's probably naming Deathrite
Yeah,
Shaman.
yeah.
Let's be honest.
The back of your neck.
Yeah, it's only if you're like a Japanese guy do you name the back of your neck that. Yeah, yeah.
Got him. Pitting Needle.
That poor guy can't even cast the back of his neck. Not without it doing nothing.
There it is.
We're not even the ones drinking beer here.
Oh, I know how you get when you're tired.
Oh man.
You may as well have had like 10.
That is true. Just a good vodka tonic. And
I'll be
probably
complete.
the same
I
level.
can be completely drunk and he's just tired, and we will be on equal levels, guys.
It's pretty funny.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
Shardless Agent. What?
On turn 3, that's too good. Well, that's annoying.
Oh, okay.
That's annoying.
This
Alright,
is
alright.
surgically extract the one card you really wanted to draw.
I mean, Exhume's not the only card he needs to
No.
draw here.
No,
he needs
but-
to get. So what he needs to get is actually a Faithless Looting, and Faithless Looting into something, and then he just laughs for days and days.
So
and
he didn't
days.
even have a discard to Exhume anyway, did
He
he?
did not.
So
no,
that's
he
a
was,
weird-
he was
kind of a
really
weird
hoping
keep.
that Thoughtseize hit Gristlebrand.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird keep then.
Yeah, he needs a series of
I think-
draws to get out of this.
I think I would have mulliganed that if I was playing Black Red, right? Like
No,
he could hard cast Siren if he had played a land last turn.
see the thing is you just expect to either hit a Thoughtseize or an Unmask or a,
Yeah.
any one of those, because you can kind of hit yourself and then go for it.
So you keep it as long as you have two parts of the combo.
I would think so.
He should have taken Gristlebrand.
Still on
You're
that.
so right, Matt. So right.
I mean, but are any of us real doctors though? Fox, are any of us?
Doing it. Yeah, you're reminding me of a song.
Uh-oh.
But I can't remember how the song goes, so I'm not going to repeat it. But it reminds me of a song. It's like either Yes or Journey or one of those. And it's like, does anyone really care or something? It's the line. Whatever. I'm bad at things. No, Bryce is leaving. Got him.
I'll be the consistent one.
I was gonna close the door to make it
He
quieter.
just tries to close the
Yeah.
door and the handle
Don't close
falls
the door,
off.
guys. Don't close the door.
You actually have to pull the door.
Yeah,
Yeah, that handle's broken.
I
for
know
right now.
every time
Ugh.
after I try and close the door, I remember because the handle falls off every time.
No, we do know deck names. Bryce was just too lazy to update them. So it's Davis on Charlotte Sultai.
I was not too lazy. I started to, and then they finished the game, and I thought it was over.
Oh.
So I can turn that back on.
Okay, and then Odeon is on Black Red Reanimator.
I was not too lazy. Goodness. So we got Odeon, which is wrong.
Yep, that is Davis on Charlotte Sultai. Charlotte is fine. And Odeon on the other one,
There we go.
on the other deck.
Too lazy.
Got it.
We're not on 1 and 2 either. We're on 1 and 1.
Actually, no, none of us are trained as doctors.
Well,
I mean, you could say like he's almost a house doctor. I'm almost an economics doctor, and Kyra is like a package doctor.
I just play one on TV.
a package doctor. That sounds pretty dirty. I don't know what it is, but it sounds.
I handle your package, and then you handle mine.
It's called manners.
He uses gloves every time, guys. Come on, don't worry about it.
And he lifts
Oh,
with his back.
there's a reanimate.
Meanwhile,
We're-
Brian's
got him,
staying
got
at
him.
the D.
2/3 of the way there.
Oh, hey, no, there is an Iona in the graveyard.
Ooh. How did that end up in the graveyard? Did he discard it to hand size?
I believe he did.
Oh, tricky.
Reanimate target Iona. Force of will, pitch force of
If
will.
only I had a counterspell.
If only I had a force of will, pitch force of will. Life sorry.
This is too large.
Although, yeah, Deathrite Shaman is not good enough. I'm
The font
sorry.
size. It's called awkward.
There we go. I'm sorry.
If you practice surgery, be it extraction or intrusive, invasive.
Yes.
That's the blue
No,
surgery.
if you practice surgical extraction,
That
then
gets
you're a
rid of
dentist.
sorceries.
You're a dentist. You're not a doctor. Different thing. Reanimate, yes.
You practice medicine. Ooh, look at that.
Reanimate times 2.
Did he have two?
He
how did he
waited.
have two
He
rounds?
waited for it until he had them both.
Wow.
Playing around
And he's gonna abrupt K killing the pithing needle.
because he won't be able to play it later.
And he'll activate the Deathrite Shaman to get rid
No,
of
no,
it.
Deathrite Shaman just came into play.
Oh, okay.
Odian's like, so it comes into play? So it's going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're good. Everyone's good. We're all good.
We're talking about it. We're having a conversation. I'm still on the wrong mic, so I don't know.
I mean, we could be a lobotomized. Right?
No, it doesn't matter. We
We
know
have
what's
a lot of
happening.
experience in mention this.
With lobotomies, yeah, back in Tempest, everybody was
Yeah.
practicing lobotomies. It was bad.
Blue black was real. So he loses 9 life. Lose your 9 life, Odion. Congratulations.
Well, the dice turn from one number to another. Somebody's at some life still.
I think there was just confusion in the ranks. We're just naming magic
Yeah,
cards.
yeah.
Left
that's
and
what
right.
you do. That's what you do.
What's going on? What are we doing here?
We are untapping.
Do we know what color he named?
Black or green, my guess is. Well, I guess he did that reactively, huh? So he did the abrupt decay before he had to name a color, so we don't know what it named.
Correct.
Yeah. Or some other color. One of the 3.
I think having your opponent cease casting black spells makes the most sense because it turns Liliana off.
I think.
It's either black. I would say it's either black or blue. You're not going to say green.
Right.
Because blue, you turn off Jace and Ancestral
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Brainstorm and
yeah.
all those.
And Shardless.
Yeah, and Shardless. And black, you turn off Lily and all those. Holy wow. Does he still have that Dark Ritual in hand?
Storm count is 3.
Dark Ritual.
He's going to hardcast a
He's
Siren
going to
Insanity.
hardcast a Siren Insanity.
Yeah, yeah. See? And then all you need is a Tideholder Scholar and Lingering Souls, and you're fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he casts it. Achievement unlocked. Siren Insanity hardcast. Although today I did hardcast a Chancellor of the Annex. And then I got Liliana, and then I reanimated a Gristlebrand and drew 5 reanimate spells.
Smash for 7. So, does Shardless have anything it can do? If he didn't name Black, he could play a Liliana, right?
Depending on his life total, it's
He must have named
He
Black.
must have named Black,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
So you guys are right.
And Gristlebrand gets eaten here with the Deathrite Shaman. Because he can't.
He goes
Nope,
from some
he
number of
got the
life
reanimate
to
spell.
spell.
another number of life.
I think that puts him down to 5.
Which, if he can't finish it, is pretty rough. Like, there's not going to be any other Deathrite Shamans that get cast. And the Siona is just going to be bashing in the air for...
Yeah, I can't tell what his life total is. If he can take if he can take another hit by the Iona, then we might still have a game. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously you can take another hit by... I hardcast 2 Gristlebrands and about 5 Grave Titans in 3 years of blue. Wow. Wow, well, achievement unlocked for getting one to resolve.
We played our outs, right?
I think our mic is good. I don't think it's dropping.
We might have some frames dropping from the stream, but we are definitely seeing movement on our side.
Oh, fun. Let's play an animated too. That's fair. We still do have a Pithing Needle out that probably was on Grizzlebrand, right?
I would assume.
Yeah.
So.
But it's,
But it's
a
life
7/7 lifelink. Yeah. Yeah. You don't get to have that.
Nope.
I mean, you're gonna force him to do it, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's
Yeah.
a 5/6.
Because you were just going to discard that anyway.
That's what it looks like to me.
I guess I
Is
still
there
swing
5,
with the
6,
Iona.
or 6, 7?
All right, you swing with the Iona. No, can you?
He's only at 5. It's possible that it might need to stay on defense.
Unless that was the last creature. But
That was that was the last creature.
No
there.
attacks. This Deathrite Shaman might actually
might
be
get
able to
there.
finish things out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Davis can attack, but I don't think Odion has anything to finish except a collective brutality. If it's 9 to 5.
Yeah, absolutely. It bought him a turn by making him gain 2 life instead of draining
Yes.
2. It was a time walk enemy dead.
So
Yeah, maybe
Jorgensen
a
says it's
6/7.
on 6/7. Where is that sweet dice? That sweet die.
That's in my backpack.
Well, let's put it out there.
Hold on, I gotta get the sweet dice.
Iona Smash!
No, Trace has it.
Uh-oh.
Go find Trace.
Go find Trace.
It's in my deck box, which Trace has.
Dark Ritual
Our friendly
drains
box player.
for... Oh, that's that. And that's it. So he was at less
Wow.
than... Maybe he was at... Oh, then he would have been able to swing with 2.
Mhm.
And Deathrite would have done the last 2 damage, yeah. So he
Yeah,
attacks
I'll do it.
there, hoping what? I'm not sure what he was hoping for there. The sweet dice that we still can't see.
All
There
right.
it is. What is
Wow, you really can't see
the
it.
Goyf can't. It's too white, and the text is too dark. So
Ryan, you're gonna need a bigger one than that. You really can't see it.
Charlotte takes that.
Look at it.
We will get one specially printed. It needs to be like a big cheese wheel.
That was pretty impressive. Charlotte came down, even though there was an Iona, a Sire of Insanity, and finally not a Grizzleman, but that's surprising.
What, the Canadian? We actually have a Canadian here.
I'm actually 50% Canadian.
What?
Fact.
Kyre is in fact
My father is Canadian. My mother is from the U.S.
Woo, there we are.
USA. USA.
So I'm half.
Oh, what'd I do? I just stopped recording. That's not a good thing.
Did you stop? What?
I didn't stop the stream, but I stopped recording.
How dare you?
That studio mode button is right next to that.
You gotta be
Very
careful.
frustrating. All right. So somebody wanted to talk about Standard a moment ago. I don't know why,
I'm pretty
The
sure we don't
Marvel
need
ban?
to talk about that.
but we could talk about Marvel being banned, right?
I mean, what is there really to say?
It's Marvel-less.
It is.
It is marvelous.
It's Marvel.
I think I could play some Standard without frowning the whole time.
Yeah, without going, hey, let's roll a dice and see who won.
But
Yeah.
guys, it's not Legacy.
Right. So we're not going to, but we
Right.
could.
We're just
If we had to.
we're just noting our options.
If
all
somebody
right?
said,
Okay.
hey, let's play Standard, we'd be like, we could do that. We're not going to, but we could.
I actually do have a Standard deck, and I've had it since before the first bans.
Brian has a Standard deck.
I do. I'm selling it in Vegas.
Is
I
it?
had a standard deck. It was Guardian, but that got banned.
Yeah. See, before the first Standard bans, I built the Black-Red Zombies deck. You know, the Madness
Ooh, okay.
Zombies. And I have held on to that, and then it like lost Smuggler's Copter, and it like the deck like didn't care. And
So, can you play Thing in the Ice now? Is that a deck? Now that Marvel and everything else is gone, is
I
Thing in the
think-
Ice now decent?
honestly, I think the format's just gonna be a lot of the vehicles deck, and it's gonna be a lot of green black.
Counters.
That's gonna be what we're gonna see a lot of.
And
I
then
would assume
is
so.
red blue control is gone now, right?
I
Because the
would
whole
assume
point
so.
was that it was good against Marvel.
Yeah, even though its
Yeah, 'cause
percentage
it's-
matchups were bad against it.
Yeah, and it's really
Yeah.
bad against most of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people were just playing blue red because they're like, I need to play a control deck. And without a combo finish, like, control decks are just bad because black green is like, I've got value creatures that are better than your deck.
Right.
So,
Okay, so now we're done with talking about Standard. We don't have to do that anymore, right?
Awesome.
oh, got it out of my system. Ugh. So I'm going to get it out of my system.
Felt like
by
that was
getting
never
them-
gonna end.
It took so long. Okay, we can talk about something more exciting though. What is cool about this new block structure? Is it good?
Oh, man, I love it.
Yeah.
I thought
What's your
announcement
favorite
day
thing?
one. So I love that we're able to like go quicker back to sets. So we can see a 1-set Kamigawa.
Yeah.
Because 1-set Kamigawa would work so well, and you just draft it, and for 2 or 3 months you'd just be in Kamigawa, and then you could move on.
And here's, I think, the best part is that say they want to do a new concept like energy. They don't have to do a watered down energy in the first set. It can just be, here's energy, and here's good cards that use it. We don't have to see this bad concept that doesn't fulfill its full potential, right? And wait until the smaller set to do it.
Watsu's trying to fool us into thinking he was close with printings.
He's still talking about standard. It's
Guys, get off of
We're
it.
past that.
Get off standard. Well, and so
Get the
things,
clue.
the things that we're going to start seeing now is because they can do this, now the power level is going to rise, right? We're going to see individual cards that are more powerful. Also, because the core set can now reprint
yes.
the answers to some of these things
Right.
in standard. So we're not seeing like crazy stuff again.
Right.
You know, where just one card is really good.
All right. So next rounds are ready to go.
Okay, who's on?
Ooh, we got a round.
We have Davis and John.
They're playing on table 1.
Yep, and then Zach and it's Cal. On table 2. Yep.
He's playing against John.
I think they're on the wrong table. So,
No, they're on the right.
oh,
Right?
this is John. That's not John.
That's Davis.
Davis. Okay. Davis on Shardless and John over here. We'll get that going.
Isn't that Davis?
Okay.
This is
They have the dice on that table, so.
I'm
looks
on the
like
right
Davis
table. I
moved.
just thought, okay.
Yeah.
What's the name that you come up for John's deck?
Hmm?
Somebody said we should name
Oh.
it. Man, this is too confusing with all these different titles. All right, we got Davis. We got back table. We got front table. Davis is playing Shardless. And we've got
That's me.
John playing. Here it is. John playing Cobblade. Well, or Cobb, back to basics. We're on round 3. Sorry, guys. As we figure out this 2-table setup thing and bouncing back and forth. There we go. We've got a player versus somebody else. Oh, they're both there. I looked like an empty seat there for a minute.
Next thing you know, an arm comes out. You're like, whoa.
So we've got round 3. I'm pretty sure we're going to play full 4 rounds. And then afterwards, we haven't talked about that yet. If you guys want to stick around after our legacy, we're going to be showing some fun stuff, right?
We are. So.
We'll be cubing. I don't think we're going to be commentating with it, but
If you guys want to
we've
stick
got music
around.
that we can
We-
throw
yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah, we can just put it up. There's
We-
not really a
Squawk to
reason
basics.
not
That's
to,
what I
right?
just said.
Yeah, squawk to basics.
We've got a cube that we're going to be showing off in case you guys all want to stay up before driving to Vegas.
We're going to be cubing.
It's in a box.
So this is my baby. It says Kyre has an Arcanine and a Growlithe, and it's a big box. We're gonna be using this. Just saying.
So we should have a nice long stream if you guys want to stick around and watch. I don't know how fun it'll be to watch. We haven't broadcast a cube before, but
Yeah.
something different.
We've broadcast a couple of drafts.
Yeah.
I know most of the people here are going to be drafting. I don't think anyone wants to stick around and commentate that.
Right.
But we'll probably just be playing that nice techno music.
If we had 9 people, I would actually be happy to sit here and talk about it since I know my cube,
Yeah, that's true.
and I'd actually rather watch people enjoying it than play it.
That makes
But
sense.
we'll here's a hymn to Torok. So we'll
It's going to get spell pierced,
Jorgensen is not powered; it's actually unpowered.
but it's a very powerful cube.
It is very powerful, but no, it lacks probably, I'd say 25 cards
and
that would make it powered cube.
if you guys haven't watched one of our drafts, we'll actually have a hand cam for the draft itself on one player.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
And so it'll be a little bit more exciting than just watching a bunch of people pass some cards around. You'll get to see some of the cards that are in the cube, and
You know what, HC Fox? I love cubing. I love it to death. But the last 3 times that I've cubed my cube, I've won. And as fun as that is, it'd actually be kind of fun to sit here and commentate on other people playing it. I actually,
just dissing on everything,
I
especially if it's
actually
happening
would.
in the same room.
I actually would.
Oh, we took this card. What a bad decision.
Oh, I'd just make fun of Brian the whole time. In fact, if we could get Brian on the hand cam, that would be amazing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we can put him wherever you want. It's your cube.
That's true. I could
So-
do that.
Hymn to Torah got spell snared. A brainstorm is brainstorming.
Brainstorming. You mean barnstorming?
Barnstorm.
He's the barnstormer. Anyways, you find a land. I guess that's what we're waiting for. Or did he brainstorm lock himself? No, he's got a Polluted Delta right there. Got him. Jorgensen will just tell people what's going on. He'll commentate for us
From
through
chat.
chat. Yeah.
Sometimes it does seem like the chat has a better idea what's going on than we do. So
I mean, sometimes.
that might not
Sometimes
be
we
bad.
get really distracted in our side conversations.
or
I
when
can't tell you how many
Ryan
times I've been
starts-
corrected by Jorgensen, and every time I just think about it, and I'm like, wow, why did I say that? Thank
So
you.
we
Thank
should
you
we
for
should
correcting
change
me.
John's deck name to Squawk to Basics.
Oh, okay, it's happening. We're changing it.
No, it's player R. Player names are not back
See, there's too many things now.
I'm so sorry.
This is a long name.
I'm ruining your life.
Walk
To Basics.
to.
It's beautiful. I love it.
It's like, oh man, it's everything that the '90s ever wanted.
There we go.
Except none of this happened.
Wasteland.
The only card of this that happened in the '90s was the Back to Basics. Oh man,
Ooh,
Stifle got
That's
him.
effective.
Look at that Stifle.
He looks at it for a minute. Wait, does that? Yeah, that works.
Davis
Ouch.
is like, what? Got him.
I found a basic mountain. Were you searching for a basic mountain?
Man, taking a loss and going to Vegas. Do it. Do it.
Come join us.
Fascinating cards.
Hang out.
So Davis here was. I just happened to jump in. He's asking what Back to Basics does. So he was aware of it being a card.
Oh, maybe.
In
He can
John's deck.
probably
If
hear us
he's-
somehow. He's cheating.
I mean, if he's asking, then maybe other people are. Maybe we should pull that one
Or
up.
he saw it, because he was sitting right next to him,
Oh,
right?
okay.
In
Yeah,
the
he
previous,
was. Yeah.
previous
Yep,
round.
yep. He did see that
I
it
was just
came
saying,
into
like,
play.
we could pull it up.
We can pull it up for the people in the
Oh.
chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's a basic card.
Fox, I kind of agree. Fast finding cards is one of the best features about MTGO.
Mhm.
That and being able to play Legacy and Vintage all the time. You can almost literally get on it anytime and watch and or play Legacy or Vintage. Oh, greatest thing.
So, and it's not in his hand right now, is it? We haven't seen it yet.
No.
Mhm.
In fact, it might just be sideboard.
Nope.
Is it
is
main deck?
board.
Main
One
board.
one main deck.
Yep.
Okay.
It might be two main board.
Ooh.
When he was building the deck, I'm like, that looks sweet. That's the reason I have 4 Invocation Dazes right now. I'm a bad person.
Today's people in style.
To daze people in style.
John says, "Yep."
Oh, I'm so going to Washington D.C. for that day's playmat. Oh, every day of the week.
You know, you probably could just order one. Or is it a GP?
That's an SCG Open.
So it's not.
you-
It's
you could
it's
probably-
exclusive to that.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they put them up on their site. I've seen most Star City event playmats on their site. Now that one might be hard to get, but
Probably a little bit
Mm.
harder.
So he ended up
I know their
forcing it.
Aether Vial one was really hard to find. Unless you went to events. Go to a modern event, get an Aether Vial playmat. Not having to own multiple playsets. You're right. That is another nice thing about MTGO. Where you can literally be like, oh, I don't want to play this deck right now. And you don't have to shuffle through
Yeah.
all your cards or go through your cube for Kyer and pick out all of the weird and alternate arts that you want to
Well, especially for Legacy, right? Like picking up a couple extra playsets of cards isn't that big a deal. But if you
Yeah.
need extra Underground Seas because you're wanting to put together Blue Black Reanimator and any other blue deck,
Well, it's like also for, Vintage if you're playing a powered deck.
he did it again, guys. He brought up Vintage. I don't know why.
Whenever we talk about
He-
MTGO,
he
Vintage
said-
is going to come
he
up.
said the Vintage
Vintage is the
word.
biggest selling point for
Ah.
MTGO, I think, for anyone.
We-
That's what it should be, at least.
Except is it played much? I mean, it's obviously played more
mean-
than in paper, but compared to
Not a
all the
lot.
other events,
Compared
it's
to
not
the other events, not a lot. But it's still
Typically-
more in paper. It's more than in paper.
once you've
probably.
played in a couple tournaments, you tend to see the same people over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, like whenever I join a challenge or a classic, like I am bound to be paired against Brian Kelly or, oh man, I'm forgetting Rich Shea or Mats or
much. He's talking gibberish, guys. He's talking about Vintage again. I tuned him out. Since
I hate it when he does
started.
this.
I don't know why.
or Andy Probasco. I played against him on the decks that he designed and beat him. That
So
was sad.
we've got Leovold number 2 that just came down,
Montolio.
and John is resolving a brainstorm in response off of a Snapcaster Mage. Okay. So I actually enjoyed playing with blank playmats for a while. I found them to be quite nice, as opposed to something that it's got art all over it, and they're really affordable. And
Yeah.
then they become mouse pads.
Mine's a
Yeah,
blank one that
essentially.
has hand-drawn things on it.
I've got my hand drawn are now framed
Yep.
because I have a Richard Garfield signature and I've got some Chris Rush art, so they've been framed. Yeah, so for the Days one, it's literally the Days invocation art and it looks sick. Those like electric blue birds that are flying across it. It's really good.
Well, the Spellground mats are pretty amazing, but they're also really expensive now.
Oh yeah,
What are those? I'm not aware.
they're
of what those
they're
are.
the original ones, like the
They're-
gray ones that you
yeah.
see that a lot of people will fold in half.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And most people have had artists draw extremely awesome things,
Mm-hmm.
custom dragons and things on them, because they were from way back when we had original artists.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you see original artists at events and it's like a special thing. Nowadays, not as much. Like you see these artists at pretty much every event.
Most.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's nice because there's a whole bunch of cards that they're doing, and there's a whole bunch of people that need signatures on a whole bunch of cards. So it's nice when you can actually get your stuff signed. But
Yeah, I'll definitely be spending some time in some artists' lines this weekend.
Umazawa's Jitte. Now, what does Davis have in his hand?
We're equipping.
He's got the Abrupt K. I mean, probably like Gristle Daddy, man.
Oh, cool. I didn't know there was a new version that was affordable. I thought there was only the originals. I mean, I knew there was more than one version, but the old ones.
That's nice. You can find it. There can be more than one. Yep, there. Oh, that was an Abrupt K and it hit the Jitte.
Yeah.
That value.
We're playing off the top here, guys. It's great fun.
Well,
One of these times it's going to be Squadron Hawk, and everybody's going to... Oh!
Once again, Squawk to Basics will get there. Now, what is it's Jon, by the way.
Oh, you're making me change things.
See,
I'm not the
he's
one-
not lazy. He puts extra letters in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he called me Kyler the other day.
I did.
It's something that he does. All right, let him have it.
What's funny is, as I said it, I'm thinking, okay, I know your name's a little different. I'm going to say it correctly, so it's... And I just put the L in there anyway.
Just butchered it.
Yep.
It's
Great
fine.
fun. It's great fun. I got punched in the face. We had a fight. It was awkward for a minute, but I apologized.
We got over it.
Now,
We're okay.
Oh, Hardcast Force of Will.
Wow. Good job, John. That's another achievement unlocked.
KB Games is where the playmats are from. Is it the Spellground playmats? Is that what?
Yeah, so kbgames.com for anyone that's interested. It shows up in our thing, but we do have no links in our chat just in case.
And obviously, there's a germ token out. That's what that clear dice is doing on that batter skull.
There is a clear dice on that value. That sweet, sweet value. Now, it looks like they're holding up 6.
This is the fun finger counting stage where we see how many fingers everybody has on their hands. Luckily, both these guys have 5 still.
They've gone to 5.
that was my count.
It's a 4 or 5.
So
Kinda
here's our dice that we were trying to work for.
Hey,
for a
I
Tarmogoyf
Yeah, so
dice.
the
worked
size
hard coloring that dice.
the size on the actual table is great. So that's what we're going to sell. That's the size of what we're actually going to sell.
Mhm.
As far as for the camera, we'll probably have
We'll
a
need
specially printed one.
Slightly larger one.
A slightly larger one. I love how he puts a number next to it. It's fine.
Because it's a little too small.
It is. I understand that. It needs to be at least 3 times this big, and that would actually probably do it.
Right?
He's absolutely
Perfectly sized for
correct.
stream. Yep.
Swords to plowshares.
I even colored it to see if I could get it to stick out
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, so as far as
I'm just
Um,
not good enough of an artist to make it happen. I'm sorry, guys.
yeah, that dice. So the actual ones will be fully metal. It'll probably be a Sinister Chrome with green. We'll probably have a couple different color schemes.
Cool.
but they are going into production right now. We should have them either late July or sometime in August.
And do you have a price point on them yet?
$7.
Nice.
We will have the cheapest price.
$7 for a metal Tarmogoyf
So
dice.
Die Hard will be selling it at $750. Can you take care of that?
Yes.
Yes, they will be metal.
They will be. They will be die cast metal.
Paragon has these really sweet. Die Hard is the company.
Die Hard is the company. Yeah.
And so that gold dice is one of them. They're amazing to roll.
They
They
are
feel
incredible.
really good.
They're gonna
Especially if
feel
you're somebody
really
like me who always rolls dice off tables.
Yep.
they're weighted so you don't roll them quite as far.
Yep. They kind of stick to the table pretty well. Yeah. And so as far as price point wise, we haven't decided the name because I believe Tarmo Die is trademarked by
It's already a
SCG.
thing.
So it's going to be like Goifgate Die or something.
How's the one
Goif die.
showing up?
It's not showing up here. We need to get it bigger. But Goif Die. Liliana is going to take care of this battle.
What was the name that Trace said?
It's like Lure Die.
No, the other one. I like the
I
other
actually
one.
do like Lure Die.
Lura Die.
Die Goif.
No.
What was the other one? that you said?
Dimagoyf?
So
Dimagoyf.
There we go.
Dimagoyf.
There we go.
That's the one that Trace said.
Oh, dang it.
Sorry.
I thought it was an original idea.
No.
I didn't hear that.
Tarmo dice.
But
patented by the
that
Grand
means it's
Fatal
good
Push.
because two people thought of the same thing, and it's not the one that's trademarked. So,
I mean, it's if you look on the actual dice that they have, I believe it says Tarmo Die TM.
I think so. Yeah.
So I think it is trademarked.
how many people do we have set up for KU Bay tonight?
The three of us and you so far.
Cool.
Oh, and Trace.
And
And
Trace. That's 5.
That's 5 of us.
Okay.
We only need to find 3 more people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do it?
I can't imagine.
If you say Tarmo and you don't say Tarmogoyf, then it's not intellectual property for wizards.
Yeah.
So they could do that.
Disclaimer: I'm not an IP lawyer.
I'm not either, but I'm
None of
telling
us
you you're
are.
wrong.
In fact, none of us are lawyers either. We're not doctors or
Yeah,
lawyers.
yeah.
We have failed our Asian parents.
I pay somebody for my IP.
like I said, I just play one on
That doesn't
TV.
make sense.
Yeah, we've
Lawyered.
got- See, but only Marshall ever says that in the
Why do we
thing.
still have back to
Ted
basics?
has to ask him.
Permission to say lawyered? Lawyered.
I'll allow it. Oh man, I just got to where he did the case where Brad comes back and he has he's winning based on just his rockin' hot body, and then Marshall's like, and look at that.
You are correct. We are all doctor lawyers. Well, he's a package doctor. I don't know what that is, but we decided.
That's not gonna ever get any better.
So Sword died to abrupt decay there. I'm not sure why that. I guess he was thinking maybe of doing the. No, yeah, I don't know. It makes sense.
Why did Liliana not kill the?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a mystery.
We're doing weird things here. It seems like.
It's a mystery, guys. The Mosby boys are on the case.
Right, they can't call it Tarmogoyf die. That makes sense. But if you, well, probably
Mosby boys. Oh man,
I could quote that show forever. Don't tempt me.
we've already gotten into it.
Huh. So, there's not much to think about here, is there? Like, Lily's gonna down take.
Not really.
Yes, there is a germ. It's a very clear dice that's small. We'll point to it somehow. Oh,
Oh, he moved it.
he chose to sacrifice the germ. Interesting. So now it's no longer.
Yeah, return the batter skull.
Yep.
And we'll play the batter skull.
Yeah.
Value.
There you go. And
That's
there's
fine.
that clear dice coming right back. Woohoo!
Got him.
It's not 4 germs. It is a germ.
You mean 7,000 germs?
Yes, it takes 4 separate germs to be able to pilot this batter skull.
To
or
crew
to
it.
hold it, or whatever it takes.
So, on
hi-
a totally non-segueable topic, have you guys watched American Gods?
I have not watched it
Oh.
yet. I've heard great things.
I'm enjoying it. It is fantastic.
So is it like based off of the book,
Yes. I haven't read the book, which I think is
by Neil Gaiman?
Neil Gaiman, yeah.
Oh, that book is so
Um,
good.
But I understand that it follows a similar point in the book where you're not sure exactly what's going on in the book and you're not sure who the actual gods are,
Yeah,
and it's happening in the show.
and you kind of discover it as you're going.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sweet.
They're not actually named, or they're given weird names,
Oh yeah,
and it's trippy. It's
Oh my
it's a good
goodness.
time.
the book is spectacular. It's an incredible read.
Yeah, I purposely am not reading it so that I don't spoil anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once you finish the show, now American Gods, where can I find it?
It's on one of the. It's not HBO, so it's Stars or Showtime.
So it will make it to
I think it
Netflix
is.
I think it's
eventually. is what we're
Stars.
saying.
I think it's Stars.
Do you think it gets to Hulu or Netflix first?
Probably Hulu.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know the pace.
I gotta
of it.
watch this thing
I feel like Hulu.
because
gets
I
every single
love
place
Neil
nowadays.
Gaiman books.
Yep.
I
The cast is really just awesome.
uh,
I mean, like I said, I haven't read the book,
It's
but
like
I love the
Amazon.
cast. You think it'll be on Amazon first? No, it's
Well-
definitely Stars. I'm watching it on
Oh.
not Amazon.
I guess Amazon could make sense. Amazon is kind of
But
just
it could
really
get there
pushing for
first.
new stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could get there before the other platforms.
That's annoying. Oh, and a hard cast force
Another
award
hard
once
cast
again.
force.
Jeez, John just doesn't let up. The Squawk to Basics deck. It'll get
Oh,
you.
it is on Amazon already. Wow.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay,
yeah, I was gonna
cool.
say. I have access to Amazon. Jeez, thank you for
Yeah,
telling me.
you
Now
can
I can
start
go watch
watching
it.
Okay. I'm gonna
I'm
watch
gonna do that.
too. I want to watch American Gods.
It's
Oh,
something to do while you're hanging out in a hotel room later.
And or-
Yeah, because I'm gonna
definitely
have time
not driving to Vegas. I wouldn't do it while I.
I
don't
start,
watch-
start
I don't-
watching it when I get back.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
I-
asleep. What are you talking about?
I
I'll
watch-
be back
I
next
watch a ton of
Tuesday,
Netflix.
so I can stream.
Okay, got it.
That's when I'll be back.
It's just
I mean, it'd be more entertaining
we'll
than us,
we'll
right?
commentate American Gods.
As we're upset about the IP of Tarmodai, I think if we stream American Gods on here, we might get into a little trouble.
Probably.
Hashtag not IP infringement. Exactly.
So I know that we can do commentary on it. I don't believe we can actually show the picture.
Or we could
But we
have
could
like a
commentate.
still. We could have a still from it or something like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but that's it.
We are allowed to commentate because that's considered a performance, and so it's Anyways,
So you're saying what
The
we're doing
bird.
right now is whoa, all the hardcast Force of Will is happening.
well,
Guys,
so
he just hard cast Force of Will.
yeah, the reason
a
why
1-1.
we're able to stream Magic cards in the first place is because this is a performance. It's a performance of the game, and so that's why you're allowed to stream any game.
So you're saying we could act out the scenes from American Gods as we're watching them, and that'd be okay.
It would probably definitely be okay.
No, it wouldn't, because no one would want to watch that.
Hey, we don't know. We got 40 plus people watching us talk about Magic cards
Yeah.
right now.
So somebody just won that. Davis.
It was Davis.
Davis
no,
won.
sorry, John did.
John won, even though Davis Force of Will, hardcast Force of Will,
Yeah.
Hardcast Force of Will on the Birds.
and
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
and then scooped afterwards,
He stopped the Squawk in the Squawk 2 Basics.
which shows how important that Squadron Hawk is, right? I play Squadron Hawk, I counter it, scoop.
Well, I mean, he was facing down a 0/0 germ. I mean, that's really scary, right?
That's the most scary thing out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Germs kill people.
This guy.
You're right. I'm just winning the pun war today.
Brian made it
Caught
funny.
or riot. So we've decided to name it Squawk to Basics because I believe John has main deck Back to Basics,
And it won him a game versus Eldrazi.
Mhm.
and it won him a game versus Eldrazi.
There definitely are some blades in here. We saw a Sword of Fire and Ice, and a Jitte. and
It
a
was in
Batterskull.
his graveyard right there.
Yeah, he tried to play it.
And
I got
Batterskull
replicated.
was attached to a Squadron Hawk
No.
in order to win the game against Eldrazi in the last
Yeah,
round.
Oh, right.
Yeah, to win the match. in
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
We're playing real Magic now. The Avian Flume. You're right.
Okay. Yeah.
Fox always gets it. On point.
He's digging. He's digging for that one.
It really did.
They
Yeah,
won
Squadron
both
Hawks
those
did
games.
win two
Well-
of the games there.
Sure.
I mean, they were the thing that actually attacked for the
back
win.
to basics. No, basics won it. Do you think Squadron Hawk won the games?
Squadron Hawks attacked for the win. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
Okay.
You can construe it however you want.
Right.
Anyways, they're shuffling and stuff. What's happening on our back table?
We have a backup match, guys. Let's find out.
We actually do have
Let's
a
just
backup
let's
match.
just jump to it. Let's not even look. Let's just jump to it.
Just
right
boom.
Here we go.
Bam. Oh, people
They're
are
shuffling
shuffling.
also. So we have. This is what we do in Magic. We shuffle a lot, and it's a great time.
So it looks
This
like
is
Calvin's
another
on
reason why
Storm.
FPGO is great.
No, because they have a bad shuffler.
Quadrant Hawk.
So it looks like we've got an Allurin deck over here where John is playing, and
On Data's
Definitely
side,
Storm.
it's Calvin on Storm.
Yeah.
so this is Zach
Yep,
playing,
Zach on
who we
Allurin.
saw in the first round.
Is
Playing
he
Allurin.
pulling? He's pulling his 4 Alurans out against.
Ooh,
No, that's absolutely what you do.
Yeah,
Food
yeah.
chain, you pull out 3 of them because you still have a relatively fast combo.
because he's playing against what?
It's playing against Storm.
Storm. Interesting.
Do you not see the Caleb Shearer?
Oh,
Storm
there it
card?
is, right
That,
up there
that's
on
how
the
I
top.
knew.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Calvin plays Storm and Grixis Delver.
Okay. And let's see what's happening.
I believe we're getting ready
We're,
to draw up our first sets of cards.
so we'll jump back.
Let's go back. Let's watch this thing.
We'll jump back to our feature match, not our backup match.
Yeah.
The good one.
I guess. Yeah.
The one that doesn't have back in the name of it. There are lively debates on this source about the correct number of squawks in the
Ooh,
deck.
do we need to have a lively debate? Really? Like, I mean, if one of us says 3 and somebody else says 4, is that a lively debate?
I mean, someone says 3 and the other 2 of us say 4.
It's,
and say
it's
you're
more.
wrong.
It's a more lively debate
I
than no
think
debate
2
at
is the
all.
optimal amount. Okay. There's our lively debate,
Got it.
and we're done.
Fight! I've never been good at these debates.
honestly, from early on, someone said that 1 is the correct or 0 is the correct. Way.
Zero
You
is
should
correct.
sideboard them out.
So, okay, now in standard, back when it was in standard, sometimes you only wanted to run 3, right?
yeah,
But when you have brainstorm in your deck, you want to run 4
Mm-hmm.
because you do just throw them back and I'm gonna draw 3
because
cards.
you have a suboptimal deck, and so it doesn't matter what you do.
Go for the singleton.
That way, when they Cabal Therapy you or surgically extract your Squadron Hawk,
You're just like,
they're
"God."
just stuck in an infinite time loop of trying to find their other 3.
Their mind literally just.
Champagne Magic. That would have to be like a stipulation or something.
Go for the.
I've seen people run like show and tell or like sneak and show decks where they'll just put like a 1-up of just an awful creature, just so that
Just to
every
see what
once in a while they can just
Yeah.
like throw in just something awful.
And they're just like, got him. Oh man, I played against a Sneak and Show deck that had what's the 15/15 worm that's just silly.
Yes, we know what you're
Wait,
talking about.
is that the one that played in the Grishol band?
Yeah.
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 Then when it dies, it makes 3 5 5s.
I can never
Yeah.
remember that.
It's a worm.
So I played against a Sneak and Show deck that had that, and I was like,
World Spine. Thank
okay,
you.
World Spine Worm. There we go.
Which makes sense instead of endless because that was already taken, or
Woodfall Primus was being played in Sneak Attack.
It was.
I mean, so that was Woodfall Primus was.
Innovation.
There you go.
It's a strong play.
Phage, Stifle. I did it.
Well, I mean, you're not
just
wrong.
play
It is-
Stifle Knot.
It is a
There you
it is
go.
a strong play. Just not all that strong for you.
It's always a game.
Always a game bender. 100%.
I've had enough of this game. I'm ending it right here.
We're done. You win.
Yeah.
There goes that pithing needle.
Sneak Attack has top aided some things.
Yeah, well,
not
so
one.
back in 2010, like Omnitel was the only deck to play because you had dig through time, and you're just like omniscience, dig through time, dig through time, dig through time, win the game.
Maelstrom Archangel. Forgot about that card. Isn't that the
Oh my
five?
goodness.
Isn't that the one of each color 5/5 angel that when you like?
Pay
Is it-
5
is
to
it-
put anything into play.
I think you attack it. And
We
if
can
it
look it
hits,
up.
You can put a creature.
You're
from-
saying we have the internet?
We
don't
have the internet
understand.
and a chat bot.
Those are 2 very different things. I can't do both.
So wasn't 2010?
Is it Maelstrom Angel or
Oh
Maelstrom?
yes, yeah.
Archangel.
No, 2010 was way before dig through time.
Maelstrom Archangel.
How we're watching this game of Charlotte versus Squawk, whatever, and we pulled up a Maelstrom Archangel, guys. We're totally off topic.
We are off topic.
What did he just play?
So he played an Enlightened Tutor
It is.
A new one, Eternal
Yeah,
Masters
it's
one.
Eternal
Okay.
Masters one.
that I actually think has the better art.
I like it.
Well, it doesn't have the original art, so wrong.
Any Doomsday decks? We do not have.
We haven't
Doomsday
even read
in
what
this
Maelstrom Archangel does. We just pulled it up and stopped talking about it. When it deals damage to a player, you can just pay something without paying for it. Okay, that's gone.
That was fun.
Are there any Doomsday decks? I have not seen any Doomsday decks here, ever, once. And we've been playing Legacy for a good long time, right? We haven't. Nobody's been playing Doomsday.
No one's played Doomsday in this shop.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, Travis, one of the owners here, one of my partners, has had Doomsday built, and back in the 2010 to 2014, like that was the deck he played.
This is kind of interesting. He's going to get back to basics at a time when they both have one basic and one non-basic.
He already has a back to basics in his hand. Just so we all know, that's his second back to basics.
Curious.
So brainstorm, got him.
Oracle. Yeah, that's what Survival did.
Exactly. Yeah. Doomsday is dead in both Legacy and Vintage now. Yep. That's his life. Doomsday cannot play without extra Gitaxian probes. Only being able to have one in Vintage, you're like,
guys, just talking about Vintage again.
Hey, I played Dredge in Vintage. I got hit by the Gitaxian probe ban. I'm not happy about it.
Is it banned in Vintage?
Restricted.
Okay.
It's essentially a ban. Think about it.
Yeah.
I guess it's not essentially a ban. People still play it. They want to
You'll
yeah,
play it.
that's
all
how
of
good
it.
Right.
I mean, Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time are like in every blue deck.
Right.
Ancestral Recall is in every blue deck. Time Walk is in every blue deck. So like,
So you're saying they need to stop printing blue cards? That's what you're calling for?
you're right.
Or people just shouldn't play Vintage, which they don't.
I'm gonna slap you.
That's why we have Kyrie in between us. He's just acting as a really nice buffer, because I've almost gotten slapped a few times now. All these cards are ancient.
No fighting.
All the fighting.
And Gush getting restricted.
Yeah. Gush was crazy in that format.
Didn't Gush
Jeez.
get unrestricted for a little while?
Yeah. It-
And then it got re-restricted? Re-restricted? Can you re-restrict a card? Sounds
yes.
weird. We've got some really exciting magic going on here right now, guys. I apologize for this back and forth super things.
Hey, we just enjoy. It's just love of the game, guys. That's all this is.
Is he going to play back to basics?
No, he's passing it.
He
back.
went and
just
got one.
passed it. Yeah, I know. He went and got it and everything. Is it just to like scare Davis into?
Instead of casting it, he just needed a blue card to use with Force of Will.
On the back table,
That
it looks like
made me
Calvin's
think.
storming off.
Should we jump over there real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here we go, guys.
This is the end of an era. He was able to cast. It looks
Oops.
like
What did I just do with that? There we go. Yeah, but he did go get a second back to basics.
Yeah, he has two.
so. As far as the storm game, it looks like he's storming out. They're counting through and doing all that fun stuff. On the feature match that we're not watching on the main table, he cast a Vendilion Click. Is looking at the hand, sees Shardless, Toxic Deluge.
Now that
Jace.
things are actually happening, we'll jump back. Sorry. now that you don't get to see his hand fully revealed. Sorry, chat.
We're ruining your lives.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
we
don't-
can see his hand pretty well. There's a Diabolic Edict, a Wasteland, a Golgari Charm, Verdant Catacombs.
We were seeing if Storm was actually going to storm there for a moment, but it's Storm, so we came back to this.
Storm was in the middle of storming. It was a very stormy sea over there.
Pro Tour level hand cams. Yeah, why don't we just have everybody have hand cams
So
Just everyone.
and face cams and
you're right. We should just do that straight up. But also the amount of computing power for to run. Right now we have 3 cams set up. If we had a hand cam and a face cam for each player, that's 2 extra cams per person.
Who cares about a face cam?
That goes up to 11 cameras
it
off of
adds
one machine.
some personality to the players instead of just these robots with their arms and hands.
A spotter with an iPad might be a thing that we talk about soon, but trying to get another person.
Yeah.
Like commentating people love doing. You guys have loved this so far.
Well.
And our other Bryce is okay with it.
I admit, I like just sitting here talking about random things and magic. That's what I would want to be doing anyway.
If they can do it, anyone can. You're right. We should be at least.
We should
I
be at
think-
least as good as Watson.
Actually, I think we are at least as good.
We probably are.
Probably are. And we don't have 30 people behind us running computers,
Right.
and doing all the stats.
This is
and
all off
everything.
of one machine right now.
Yeah. I, it's obvious that we're not running a 500-person tournament simultaneously, but still.
We have had 50 people plus going on at the same time while doing it, though.
Yeah, among 2 different tournaments. I mean, we've gone up to 70 for Friday Night Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
This is
And that was
also
that
really
was
nice.
me.
Yeah.
That was me. Just saying. I was in the finals.
Yeah.
70 people.
Kyer's too good.
And then he retired.
And then he retired.
No, I actually went to a different store. They had a legacy tournament.
Wait,
I 3-0'd that one too.
You just committed blasphemy. I'm sorry.
Well, this store's not open on Sunday.
That's true.
What can I do?
That's true.
Coming
Even Patrick, one of my employees, goes to another store on Sundays.
to play on Sundays.
Actually, both of my employees will go to other stores around, and if there's a card that we just don't have, because not every store is like us, where we sell online and we have such frequent movement of our singles, where they'll be like, oh, I just really need to pick up this card for a deck. They'll go somewhere, but because most of them are pricing our cards anyways, so like whenever they walk in a store and they're like, oh, like $15 above the actual price of this card, they're like, nah, I'll pay you this, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
I just ordered on TCG Player.
Yep.
We've spoiled them. We've spoiled Magic players in Utah. Who was saying? Oh, Ahoy. There we go.
Yeah, you play in front of the sidewalk
Yeah.
until they open the doors on Monday. Right. Hashtag loyalty. Jorgensen gets it.
I'm okay if you guys want to come out and barbecue.
I'm
in
not
front of our
I'm
store
not
on a
gonna lie,
Sunday.
Jorgensen. If they had a Sunday tournament, I'd be here.
Yeah.
Ninja.
I actually was recruited to go play at a different store on Sunday. I didn't want to.
We don't have John's actual list, right? We don't have a complete list.
We don't, but I'll get a picture after this round so we can post it on our Facebook
Yeah,
page.
if you're curious, we'll get a list for you.
We'll get a picture.
It's
even better.
pretty standard blue white Stoneblade with
No,
Squadron
it's
Hawks,
it's
right?
very not.
Is it not?
It's
at
pretty
all?
standard.
Not
it's
pretty
Cobblade.
standard.
Not at all.
It's just like all the other
Yeah.
Cobblade
It's like
decks out there.
Cobblade was back to basics.
Right,
So
right.
go back. How many years? This is like 7
So-
years ago that Cobblade was
yeah,
the standard,
yeah,
right?
this isn't a thing.
So go back 7 years, look at a Cobblade list and extended, and then add back to basics and dual lands to it.
Yep.
So we did have an online Dex list submission. What ended up happening with that?
So we have it. People just stop submitting.
Yeah. So what happened is people submitted their deck, and then they had it already submitted, right? And then they tweak it a little bit and go, "Oh, I've just made this change and this change," and they tell us, and so we knew. And then eventually, 3 weeks later,
It's just hard to consistently get people for a weekly tournament to be
Yeah.
turning in deck lists.
right?
It's kind of annoying, but we're going to start having a monthly. We're looking to try and do a monthly tournament where we've got the full metagame.
Oh, Jorgensen, it's nice of you to think that I have a destiny. I appreciate that.
You're right, Champagne. If we don't have live updates with incorrect things in standard, we're just not as good as WotC.
And Liliana, that'll take care of a Squadron Hawk or two. Just what he had in mind. Why does our camera keep tweaking our color there?
I don't know.
It's a good time.
They're yellow. They're not yellow.
Yeah. Live updates streamed across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, with a advantage bar.
The only deck I can tell you the entire deck list of is the Pox deck, which that lost round 1. So that's all I got, guys.
Hopefully
Sorry.
that locks the colors in.
We could just have Kyer point one direction or the other for our advantage bar, and the further he's pointing, the further the advantage. This is round 3. We're doing 4 rounds today, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
We're running 4 rounds with 10 players. We will already have an undefeated. This match, they're the only 2 currently undefeated players.
So yes, we do have one more, and then after our 4 rounds, we're going to be streaming a cube draft.
Yep.
And
And we'll have some tasty music going.
we'll have
in
to
the
set
background.
that up and take a minute, so it won't be immediately after.
You will be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, we still got
I
yellow,
know I will.
normal, yellow. Somebody's like just playing with the balance or something.
I don't know why the cameras decided to auto balance. I turned off auto balance, but okay. That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Lord of 42. We're all about the value.
We had Brian putting words on screen and moving them around. It got a little carried away pretty quickly.
Could you guys imagine Brian like a weatherman in front of the game, like pointing at things,
Standing
and, like,
in front of everything is why. And over here,
circling
yeah.
and
Oh,
drawing
man,
lines, arrows.
Don't give him too many. Look at that smile. He's already thinking through how he can do it.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm smiling because of how not this thing would be.
I mean, he wants to be up on his feet, right? We haven't been able to keep him seated.
That was just round one.
Legacy
Guys.
coverage and the weather.
Brought to you every hour on the hour. Paragon City News at 12.
And now we'll turn to our weather clown, Brian.
The Leyland of Sanctity is coming down. So this Leyland of Sanctity is kind of interesting. It's expensive for him to cast it because he's got a back to basics out. So he's tapping both of his non-basics.
Yeah.
But the Soleana can no longer target him
Right.
to make him sacrifice creatures.
Well, there's a Golgari Charm in his hand, but
Hey,
yeah.
shh, quiet, shh, shh.
Sorry.
Shh. Calm down.
The dream team together at last.
This Cobblade deck is just something else.
It's doing all sorts of different things.
And you could have like one of those wonderful weatherman voices that makes no sense. So we're going to see a lot of clouds. I don't know why they do that. Yeah. We could talk like that if you guys want some weather.
That's what we're all about.
We're not going to, but we could.
Definitely not.
All of that. We're gonna do all of that. So he's resolving his Sylvan Library right now. Why Wasteland and Back to Basics in the guys? We've already talked about this. John is playing a suboptimal deck. It's okay.
Because then you play Wasteland and nobody expects the main deck there.
It's like the
Basics.
Spanish
You want-
Inquisition.
Yeah.
When you want to do it all, you do it all.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
He's the most interesting man alive. He's probably gonna pull out a Dos Equis here in a minute.
I too play
Yeah, Vegas hype. No kidding.
Back to Basics. Does he have Gideon Drip? Maybe.
Who knows?
He might-
He easily could.
Yes, he might be playing one of each.
I mean, I for one want to see Gideon holding a big sword.
Right?
Or a batter
Right?
skull.
So you guys in the comments sound off for Vegas and let us know which decks you're planning on playing. And if you see us at any of the trials or whatever, I will have swag. Kyra will have swag. If Bryce decides to go down, he'll have swag. Anyone wearing a Paragon shirt should have swag with them to hand to you.
Yes.
And also hit up. So our my partner Travis is going to be working with Grey Ogre.
Yep.
So if there's a booth that you want to check out, I would check out Grey Ogre. They're a company from Singapore, but they have really good buy prices. They have really good sell prices, and they're great guys to work with. Joe and Ben are just hilarious. I'm actually taking him out to dinner on Wednesday because I was in Singapore and they took care of me. So
Oh, right on.
I'm gonna take care
Very
of them.
cool. You're going to take him to all the spots you know in Vegas?
All the spots,
Yeah.
every single one.
So,
Mostly Hash House of Go.
Hash House. Yeah. That's
pretty much where
that's
you
the
go.
place to go, right?
Yep.
And then
There's actually another place. Anyways, I've got some secrets to tell you.
Oh, okay. You
I
have
can't
to
tell
share,
everyone on
You have to
stream.
share a meal though if you go to Hash House.
Yes, I don't, but yes.
Chicken. You get chicken and waffles.
Oh yeah,
If you don't share that, you're kind of a messed up person.
it's okay. I'm a messed up person. Also,
That's something we already knew.
it's so true. Oh man. Anyways, so someone's gonna be on blue red Delver with a black splash for Cabal Therapy.
Yeah.
Just play Grixis,
Right?
the Gideon tribal deck.
Blue Red Delver's okay though.
Gideon of the tribals. Fox always on point.
I think
Jorgensen, I saw that.
Do you see Armageddon?
awful.
Gideon?
Armageddon.
I think
Armageddon.
a blue red delver with a splash for black delve creature. I just blanked.
Gurmag Angler.
Angler is a decent place to be as well
Yeah.
because Angler avoids Fatal Push. Sorry, jumping
It's
back
true.
into
And
something
abrupt
real.
decay and everything else
Yeah,
my deck
exactly,
is trying to kill
exactly,
us.
So
exactly.
just
As
like
opposed to
Grixis?
therapy. Well, yeah, but the blue red version you're playing Stifle. You're playing. It's a little different. Right?
Yeah.
You're playing Days.
Yeah, Blue Red has Price of Progress. I understand that. Like, it's a good finisher. What's the other?
Actually, now that I think about it, the guy that I'm going down with, he's kind of resorted to that as well. He's had such a big problem with people like hating out the Delver deck that he's kind of going back to the blue-red style with stifles and kind of the original way to play Delver. So yeah, could be good.
Can we give him a win so he can buy himself a real deck? John has a real deck. I'm not quite sure what the story is with this week. Is he just trying something fun and new?
That's what it looks like.
I mean, he's been on this blue-white control type
Yeah,
thing.
he's been playing, but it was a regular Stoneblade version, right?
I mean, with
Previously.
guys to St. Draft and
Yeah,
stuff, yeah.
yeah.
So he's always been on interesting stuff. So it looks like
We're
that
gonna
one
even
went
things
to
up.
Davis, and we're on game 3.
What the game 3-ness here? This is about the time of the day when we stop actually watching the game.
John just did not play enough squad rounds.
I agree.
He
That
says
was
in
the
all
problem.
seriousness. He did play enough back to basics though.
He did.
Yeah, he got one half of that. He
Yeah,
saw
but
one half of the deck. He
here-
didn't see the other.
Here's the problem though. We named the deck Squawk 2 Basics.
Yeah,
All right?
And if you're not
Squawk.
squawking or basic,
2 Basics.
right.
yep, you gotta be
All right.
basic.
He did play some basic lands too.
Yeah, but he just played the basics part. You got to play the Squawk and then the basics.
Que paso?
Hmm?
What do you-
Oh, just 5 minutes left in the round. These are the last 2 tables.
Well, they're gonna have a
Both
fast
of them?
game 3 then.
Yeah, both of these are. Yeah, both tables are the last 2.
Well,
Storm
really
is still
quickly,
playing. Oh, Storm's storming out again.
Storm is storming out. Yeah.
Here's our other table where things are. Yep, Storm.
And Lauren's like, that's cool. Storm is storming out.
Aloran has 3 lands and didn't get to do stuff.
Can you grab us snacks with an X?
Snacks with an X.
Yeah, just
What snacks would
something
you
to
like,
snack on.
gentlemen?
Either Kit Kats or
Oh,
Twix or
anything
Snickers.
you choose.
Whoa.
I choose. Do you guys want?
Whoa.
Chocolate
Just
or
give
sweet
Patrick
stuff?
choice.
Oh, we also have muffins.
We do have muffins.
Any
I'll
of the
take a
above.
Snickers.
Snickers.
Look at this guy.
I got chips.
You know what, Patrick? I trust you, and I
Whoa.
trust your judgment.
Same.
That's a bad idea,
He wants
guys.
a Kit Kat.
It's a bad idea.
Well, yeah, he wants a Kit Kat, but I want what
Twix?
you want to get me. Huh?
Twix sound good?
Surprise me. I don't know. Do what your heart tells you to do.
That's not a rot farm. That is an overgrown tomb.
Yep.
That is a Ravnica original Ravnica overgrown tomb. He's got, I think, two shock lands in his deck.
Storm is still storming out. Let's continue storming.
Yeah, let's
Storm,
let's
storm,
make sure
storm,
that we're not
any
missing
storm.
anything here, like this, and like that, and we're still not missing anything from our feature match.
Yeah, our feature match is still just
Mud or RG lands, guys, for Vegas. Which one's better? I think lands is better if you know what you're doing.
I really like lands.
Yeah, Mud has had some issues since Top has gone, but if you're playing like the Primal Mud.
I think casting Loam is a fun thing to do.
Well, our Storm match just ended. Kelvin stormed him out in the
We
face.
can never watch that again then. Great. Unless they're on game 2. I don't know. Maybe they are.
I'm pretty sure.
We've seen quite a bit of Storm on stream the last couple weeks, and it does get kind of old. Going, yep, you got Storm. No, you didn't. Great.
Rot Farm turns on Revolt for push. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
And so does every other fetch land.
Except Rot Farm is.
Sorry.
Land. I mean, you could play Eldrazi Mud, or you could just play Eldrazi. Just, I don't know.
So yeah, like I mean, if you're debating between the two decks and you know them both intimately, I think lands is better.
I think so. Lands.
Brainstorm in response to this death
Great
ratio.
Willer says lands if you want to win more.
Right?
I agree.
Mud if you want to have the more unique experience, right?
Yeah.
Since probably quite a few people will be playing lands.
Guys, we got snacks.
This guy.
Whoa.
Oh, Snickers for you,
Hey.
What do I
Kit Kat
get?
for
What do I
you.
get? What do I get?
and the sweet and salty mix.
This guy is both sweet and salty. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, all the time.
Thank you.
Guys, we're gonna eat snacks now.
First I'm sweet and then I'm salty.
I hope you all are too. I'm curious. Are any of you guys that are watching right now? Are you the people that are going to Vegas? Are you like grinding on Magic Online right now? Is anybody that die hard, or are you already prepared and that's not a thing? Like, are you simultaneously watching this stream while also playing Magic?
As we wait. What's going on here?
You did a single league? Perfect.
There you go.
I don't get you
With a
there.
deck I'm not taking. There you go. That feels good.
Someone's playing versus their sister. Squadron Hawk into Dead Original Predator. I'm sure with the right argument we could convince him.
You're going, but you have no idea what deck you're playing? 3 and 2 with Storm. That sounds like how I would start out a Legacy GP if I was playing Storm. I'd go 0-2 and then win the next 3. That'd be great.
I probably think I had it, and then just would like not have it. And they'd have 2 life left.
You're like, Storm count is perfect. Play this, and it resolves, and your opponent just laughs
And then
at you.
yeah, then my opponent's like, so you missed that.
Be here on Friday. Want to warn you guys.
And there goes the doorknob.
That makes sense. Well, it's good for like what you'll see at the top 8, right? Or day 2 maybe.
You know what's funny? I actually do not play MTGO.
I don't either.
I know a lot of people who do. I know a lot of people who vouch for it and say that it is absolutely great. And I just play a couple times a week, you know, and I watch a lot of Magic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of. I used to play Magic Online back when it first started up, back when it was Invasion, Cycle, and Apocalypse was out, but it was a weird format back then because there wasn't Legacy really, and there wasn't Vintage. It was just the weird standard. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, you already had another.
We got more stuff. So this game,
Jorgensen, come on, man.
and if you want to be miserable, play Jund. Yeah, well, this guy, he wants to be miserable.
If I want to be miserable, come on. Well, that was Show Piper, but see, do you say that just to throw shots at me, or are you saying that because you truly believe it? I have to know.
I'm in the same boat as you, HT Fox. I have a hard time. I enjoy having the actual card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a card collector as well.
I read people well, so I get much more out of playing against an actual person than I do online. Online is good for reps, but
Yeah, reps and technical play.
I actually do well because I read people well.
Yeah, the better social engineering you can do, and the better social, like, psychology you understand.
Yeah.
Really, the better Magic player.
All right, Show Piper, that's fine. Yeah, see, I'm on Jund right now, punishing Jund, Show Piper. So
If you're playing Miracles, then play Miracles. Or if you want to be miserable, then play Miracles, and then realize you can't play it anymore.
No, people haven't realized that yet, though. They're still trying. They're just throwing in Portent instead.
Oh my goodness!
Keep it alive.
I'm to Vegas. I'm taking a stack of Portents because people are picking them up.
Yeah, for like $5 or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna dump off a bunch of our excess.
No.
in a couple months from now, people will realize that the deck's not good, and then you win.
Or it'll get reprinted in Iconic Masters because it's the most iconic card of. Nobody ever heard of it.
No, it's
before.
not. Actually, didn't hear about it until it started showing up in these decks.
No one did. That's the point, right? It's like in Food Chain. Like the first time you see Manipulate Fate, you're like, "What is that card?"
Yeah, that's not.
And then someone just out of left field is like, "Oh man, what's the card actually called?" Foresight. They cast a Foresight, and you're like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "It's like Manipulate Fate, but I draw on your turn." They're like, "What's Manipulate Fate?" That's how you do.
So we successfully have a Squadron Hawk on the battlefield.
Well, can't lose from this point then.
Well, he still needs back to basics, but yes.
We're getting there.
Romario. Yep, absolutely. Being able to play Magic without pants on.
See, that's the thing, Romario, is you don't actually know if any of us have pants.
I mean, they've seen. Oh yeah, they can't actually see below the table. We've been able to stand at this.
This
whole time.
room got way more awkward than it was a few minutes
Especially
ago.
since we know that he's a package doctor.
Wait, when did I become the package doctor? I thought it was you.
No, I said that you were the package doctor.
No, I just play one on TV.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean that's a great reason to like MTGO. You don't have to leave your house.
Yeah.
And you can still get all the reps in you need.
I think I would probably play now if they had leagues back when I played. I got so sick of waiting
Leagues
for the
are-
next round to start, though.
Leagues are great.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the way I study Magic is I watch it. So leagues have affected that a lot too. It's been awesome. Oh, y'all are playing Tiny Leaders.
No tiny leadership.
I'm pretty sure that's all we've seen so far is Tiny Leaders.
I mean,
That's the only
Legacy's
Magic
not all that different. I mean, let's
From
be
Tiny
real.
Leaders, except you can play 4 cards.
Yeah. And stuff like Gristlebrand and Emerald.
Jorgensen, if it does hit $10, please send us the video. Of you
What if we
winning
did a
one.
legacy league?
How do you mean?
Yeah.
What kind of
We were
league?
talking MTGO leagues, which are a very different thing than. Somebody won a game.
So I'm going to say it was Davis.
I'm gonna double check.
It makes sense with that board
Brian's
state.
gonna find out.
Davis won?
I believe we are going to have.
It was time. They drew.
Oh, 1-1-1. So we don't have. Make for an interesting 4th round.
Oh.
I believe Paragon City is going to be doing a legacy, like a legacy, not invitational, but a legacy open or something like that.
Okay.
We'll have to ask Brian the details.
Yeah, he'll know everything. Yeah, you see, you're wearing shorts. It's technically pantless.
When someone resolves Leo. Okay. No, it's still a deck, right? It's just not
Yeah.
nearly as powerful as it was. You still have to account for it. You still have to play around Terminus.
Yeah.
And I would much prefer playing against a topless, counterbalance-less deck than one with both of those.
I'm probably going to kill them by dealing 1 damage at a time with Punishing Fire.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
It
how I
just,
win
it
games
just
against decks
changes.
like that.
It changes a lot of your outs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rules about conditions of cards. Do you mean like if you're playing in an open or something like that and you have a card that's super beat up? Is that what you mean by condition of cards? You can play with a pretty beat up card as long as you can't tell from the back what it looks like. If that's
Or from the shape of the card.
yeah.
If it can blend in with the rest of your deck and you can't tell by holding them
Right.
next to another card, you're never going to get dinged for it. Mongoose is just a fun card. It may not be as good as it used to be, but
So we're on.
anyway.
These guys went to time, so that means they're just shuffling for fun at the moment, I believe. Unless we've already had. No, we haven't had anybody sit down.
Brian hasn't come back, so I don't know.
Then I call my judge for my. All right, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna switch this like this and show you Kyra's wonderful face.
Ugh.
There he is.
I'm sorry you guys have to see this.
So we're gonna have a 4th round. We're gonna have somebody from the Storm game, probably Storm, by the way that looked out, versus one of those 2 guys. That's my
Yeah.
guess, right?
It'll probably be a fast round, and then I can get this cube set up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guess.
What a
So
draft.
I would not be surprised at all if we have.
I'm probably gonna draft something stupid on purpose, and I'm really excited about it.
Caleb? Not Caleb. Calvin. Calvin playing Storm. That's my guess. And I don't know which one of those guys we'll see. Squawk to basics.
We're gonna see. We're gonna commentate Squawk to Basics playing three times.
Three different times. That's pretty
Oh.
weird. Go turn 1 Dark Ritual into Mind Twist and just walk off, walk out. I get a game loss. Okay.
Okay. It was worth the fun.
I paid $100 for that, but it was worth it 'cause my opponent was confused for a moment.
I even got one of the cool new Mind Twists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
cooler.
love it. It's so sweet.
I'm a little disappointed still that the invocations aren't just a little bit cooler. Especially if they're going to be going to fewer masterpieces, right? They're not releasing them every set now.
Oh,
So
I don't have the Invocation Darkrit, so I can't Invocation Darkrit into Invocation Mind Twist.
Yeah.
And I can't do it off of Guru Swamp either. Where's Ters? I don't know. Hold on, Eric. I can find out. Hold on.
So, you get it. Oh, here we go. We're going to have not John on his Squawk to Basics list. We're going to have the.
0-4. 0-3. Alright, Eric's on the stream, so he wanted to know. That's all. Alright, Eric, I found out. He's playing Pox, and he is 0-3, because TRZ is bad at Magic.
Who do we have next? Who was John just playing?
Who John was just playing?
Yeah, with the Shardless deck.
Is it Davis?
Davis playing Shardless. And
Does Kyre even Jund? Well, let's put it this way. In my last 2 events, both of them 3 rounds, I did not drop a single game in 2 events.
okay, that is
So-
not Calvin.
So I tried a Jund. I think that's Junding.
So we have a real match here.
How long have I been playing Jund? Actually, not like terribly long. I mean, multiple years, but I started playing Jund. I think right after the first
How did
Modern
that
Masters
turn
was
with us?
released. That was my first real opportunity to purchase / trade for Tarmogoyfs and Dark Confidants.
Look at
And
this.
I've been playing Jund ever since.
It's like I'm being efficient. So we're going to have, for round 4 here, we're going to have Shardless one more time, which is a deck you'll probably see in Vegas a few times, right?
Yeah.
Or different variations of Sultai.
Yes.
Versus Turbo Devs, which is another deck.
Another deck that you
You'll
should count on
Definitely
seeing.
see.
TRZ's gonna come and hang out with us.
Sweet, I like that guy. That's pretty cool.
It's not Jund unless you turn one Darkrit into him and Thoughtseize.
I do not have Darkrits in my Jund deck, but I do have Hymns and Thoughtseizes. So, there's that. Oh look, Eric, I even found Trace. He's here. He can peek in if he wants to. He's actually just sitting right outside the screen. So
That is-
if you want to say things to him, you're welcome to.
He will respond.
He will. Oh, there's his hand. All right.
That is quite the Magus of the Moon playmat right there.
Yeah,
Nice.
Shadow Piper. It definitely is a rewarding deck. What I personally like about it is I get to switch lines of play constantly. I don't like playing linear decks that just have one path to victory. I like switching it up a lot, and I play it well.
Wow.
Well, I would never say
Just saying
great.
terminal.
I play it well.
Which
Dark
is
Wit into
true of any legacy deck that you're used to playing and are comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you choose those decks.
Hey, Ters.
Huh.
Mosloff says, "Psst."
Then we say psst back.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I think he can hear you.
I'm not talking to him.
You're playing Hypnotic Spectre, right? I don't think so.
All right, let's get to this match, yeah.
And on the back table, just so everyone knows, is Squawk to Basics and Storm.
In Storm.
Oh, okay. So how did Tony jump up? He must have.
So they decided, Davis and Tony decided that they were going to sit in the feature match one,
Oh.
and John was like, Calvin
Okay.
didn't want to move,
Okay.
so they just stayed back there.
That's all right, because I didn't really want to watch Storm.
Yeah. Hiya.
That's Eric.
15 years
Traces
ago,
together.
then you
Oh, there we go.
probably have
It has been a while.
a
Jeez.
nice set of dual lands that are way more than they used to be.
Yeah, much more. I swear, when I picked up my first Underground Sea, it was like $100. It is not worth that anymore.
Yeah, my first volcanic was 45. Magic cards.
Ugh.
I paid way less than that for mine.
No,
I know, I
Riley,
know.
you can't keep him.
It's true. Which is weird though, because at the time, even though I was pretty young, I remember thinking I probably should get like just one beta, right? One beta duel of each, right? That'd be it. And I was like, no, that's a lot of money. Don't want to do that. Yeah.
Champagne Magic's
That's
first Tundra
hindsight.
was a nickel and 2 chickens.
He plays in a different country then.
Oh man. Did they even have indoor plumbing? So I bought my first dual land in 2009
Okay.
for $45. Like that was the going rate.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the last.
That's pretty awesome. Back when Ante was played.
Jeez.
Oh.
So if you were
Ante.
playing for Ante and you won a Black Lotus, it probably wasn't that big of a win. Actually, back then,
Back then.
Lotuses weren't coveted like they.
All
There,
right,
there was a period of time where Ante was still a thing. People were still playing it, and Lotuses were going up.
I love Davis's move there. Thoughtseize. Oh, you want to take the Ancestral Visions?
Go ahead, take
Him to Torak. No, that's Ancestral Visions. Oh, man. Wow.
See, you guys are
Taiga for a lightning bolt and Brothers of Fire.
yeah, but you guys are lucky because my first duels I got 2 at the same time. It was a volcanic island and a tropical island, and they got stolen.
Wow.
So
Cards, things happening: Abrupt Decay, Wasteland, Goodbye Dark Depths, and Pithing Needle.
that's how we got to interact with this deck.
That's
so.
right. Shaman gets to do stuff. So I wonder what that needle named.
Death Right Shaman.
Did it?
Yes.
He wouldn't have been able to Abrupt Decay there with the
I think,
needle
it
out.
was a, I think it was a blind by the needle pick.
That makes
'cause
sense.
The Desert Shaman came after.
Yeah.
Whatever happened. You traded the most iconic card of all time. I mean, I guess, yeah. Depends on what you subscribe to. As long as you're alive, but not after. Hey,
Fox over here thinking positive.
you'll die one day. Wonderful. I'm glad.
You can make the assumption, but you can't actually tell him that he is.
That's true. What is
Ooh,
that card?
That is something. Is it a silver
I
ranger?
have no idea. Oh man, no. He asked me to pick up this card. It's Sylvan.
Ranger.
Is it
Sylvan
Sylvan Ranger?
Safekeeper?
I think
Safe-
it's
no.
Sylvan Safekeeper.
He asked me to pick up this card.
I actually sold this card to him. I
you
was the
still
one.
don't know what it is.
I was the one, and he told me it's super secret tech, and I'm like, cool.
It's out. The secret is out. Target creature you control can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. So it's a way to protect your 2020.
Yep.
Is it worth it?
I mean,
He's got a main deck.
I would assume so. I mean, it already plays with some.
You're getting sick of your 2020 getting pathed. With all of the, there is a lot of death and taxes in our meta here, so
Yeah, there
that,
is.
that makes sense. I like it. Okay, this elf is, it's not even an elf, it's just a wizard. That's boring.
She has a red on it. He's a human.
Lotus can't cast a gray ogre.
Gregor costs.
Yeah, class 3.
4 minutes usually.
I don't understand this.
Yeah,
to the internet.
gray ogre costs 3, doesn't it? It doesn't even pull up. Gray ogre is not a card.
Is it
Um,
AY?
Gray ogre, not a gray ogre. It's a gray ogre, of course. Of course, people. Come on.
That's why you need a Mox too.
Okay, chat. I don't know what you're doing, but there it is. There's a gray ogre. Pretty castable by a Black Lotus.
Pretty castable.
I think, unless I'm missing some.
I don't get it. Yeah.
But Lotus can cast a gray ogre. I thought that was a can't for some reason.
Oh.
Okay,
Shows what we know.
changes things.
All the things.
All right.
We got two
Two.
suspended now.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
4 and 3.
I caught it, Champagne. I'm sorry. Sorry. We're on hour 4.
There we
of
go. I
this-
was thinking of Hill Giant. Yeah. Mox and a Lotus for Hill Giant.
Well, you obviously you played Mana Flare back.
The
then.
safe. Yeah, that's true. The Safekeeper is not keeping very safe right now. It's going. It's going
just
into
attacked.
battle.
Yeah.
It's saying get in.
He's got to keep him above 20. Or sorry, below 20.
I think above 20. Yeah. That is a very reasonable goal for the Safekeeper.
Just have to keep the opponent below 20. That's it. That's all we need to do.
So I told you guys this story in chat, but since we're here reminiscing, so I have a Lotus, right? It's an unlimited Lotus. I got it from a guy who at the time upgraded his unlimited power for beta power, and he still had his unlimited Lotus, right? And it's not in mint condition or anything like that, but he wanted to sell it to me, right? He was being a nice guy. I didn't have any cash. I was 16 years old, right? So I open up a pack of Urza's Legacy, and I get a foil Radiant Archangel. First foil set, coolest foil rare. It was selling for right at $50 cash, which was a lot for a foil rare, right? From a standard set. So I sold the Radiant Archangel to a guy who wanted it in the shop for $50, and bought a Lotus for $50, which was probably about half off. I think it was about $100 at the time. For a Lotus.
Wow. So that's essentially how you did your Radiant Archangel for a Black Lotus.
Yeah. And ever since, I've kind of wanted to buy a foil Radiant Archangel.
Just to like have it.
Yeah, just to get back. I haven't,
pretty
but because it's still worth right about $50 for a foil Radiant.
Really?
I think so.
Wow. But you still have your Black Lotus.
Yeah. It hasn't moved.
So when are we playing Vintage?
So I have one piece of power.
Oh, okay,
I have
that's
not bought the rest.
That's funny.
Just let me get my human stick ready.
There you go.
Playing your white trash.
Missiles. Yeah. Like bombs and snapcasters.
What, huh?
Charlotte
See.
has got to win here, right?
You're a dick.
Do they have an answer for Merit Leagues though? Like,
As long as it doesn't have instant speed, Liliana will take care of it.
I don't know how you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for Lion Tribal to take GP Vegas by storm. Simba plus the Monarch is unbeatable. Savannah Lions into something, into Brimaz, into Johnny.
And
Goldman.
one guy stands up and just starts singing, "Well, Savignon!"
I got a monkey that just starts holding holds him up. Oh,
That
man.
whole section of the convention hall just stops for a moment.
Oh man. Which vintage deck and paper, Mike?
And you could stream that because we wouldn't actually be showing you the film.
right. Just a really accurate recreation.
So you know what? Just to show your dominance, you Ancestral Recall, and you target your opponent and say, you can draw a card. Your Ancestral Vision, sorry. With the Leovold in play. Makes so much sense.
So this is why I don't really like Safekeeper main deck, is because it is doing nothing. Any other card in his deck is better than that card right now.
The white tribal deck also plays Serpoparts because they're cats.
Mm.
There you go. All of the greatest cats.
Cat tribal.
Okay. So, I guess we have to name the deck Chat Tribal, though. Because we do add letters to things. That is true. Oh, Paradoxical Storm is great. Yeah, pretty much anyone can play Jake Eldrazi in Vintage. Dredge in Vintage is also not that bad. It's just finding Bazaars. Like, I could have foiled out my deck or bought Vintage Dredge.
Those were your choices.
Those were my
You
choices.
chose correctly.
I
'Cause
believe I did.
You'd have a vintage dredge deck that no one would be able to play against.
Yeah, but I'd be able to be like, let's play Vintage, people. And
Yeah.
they're like, what's Vintage?
No, they'd be like, no.
They'd be like, no. I left my vintage cards at home. Sorry.
Dang it.
They're in a safe somewhere. What would you like?
Hey there.
So this is fun, right? We're watching one player do everything and the other player not. Oh, he's going to.
Sacrifice a land to save itself.
He saved his own Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't need
Gotcha.
to plan.
Got him. Look at that. That 1/1, just getting in.
Smash. 3/3.
That card's fantastic in the Gitrog monster.
Oh, he's
Oh, he's going to block.
I mean, Decay did get countered. The best way ever. And it makes him feel so good, I bet. Now Tony's just counting up. How do I win this game?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, if
Could
he
you
gets a
see-
dark, if he ever finds a Dark Depths, or does he have a crop rotation?
Get Dark Depths.
So he could do it right here. have a 20/20 attacking next turn.
Yeah, and then win the game.
He can also, I guess, block.
So if
Well, he doesn't
Davis
wanna
finds a
make it to
Baleful
block
Strix, he should take
Unless
the
this
Strix.
Liliana ticks up.
He doesn't.
Word.
Whoa, what's happening?
Tarmogoyf. I think he saw extra cards. Cheater.
How was your sweet and salty snack?
It's been amazing. Since I'm still streaming, I haven't finished it.
Oh, seems good.
Once this round's over,
Smash.
You're gonna just smash it?
oh,
Hulk smash.
you don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Tarmogoyf number 2.
Yeah. So Tony's going for the draw here. Yeah. So he can't do it now, can he?
I believe he's
Oh.
dead.
He's got a crop rotation, so he could block, but then it just dies to a sack effect.
Yeah, there's 2 Tarmogoyfs though. The Tarmogoyfs will kill them by themselves.
All right.
That
Round
was a
one
turn
to
off.
everything Shardless got to do, which is awesome.
Everything.
They got to play every card there is, I think.
This is why Charlotte is. So the top of the tournament is just all good cards. 100% the best cards in Legacy right now.
It is what?
The top 4 players, the ones that we have on stream. I'm making a joke because we've been joking about how Squadron Hawks is.
Oh,
terrible-
there we
terrible
go.
card.
You,
People are saying
that was a little too
Shardless
deep.
is really bad. It was 1 level too deep. You're right.
You know,
'Cause we
Shardless
have-
Agent actually can cascade into
Squadron Hawk.
Squadron Hawk.
Solve the format.
It's way too much card.
Just
So,
saying.
This is our Squadron Hawk deck versus Storm. And we're probably in game 2 here.
I would believe we're in game 2. We've got a Gitaxian probe that sees Wasteland, Flooded Strand, other things, Stifle, Brainstorm.
He actually put the storm counter at 1.
He might be going off right here. It might be happening.
I mean, there's
he can win.
potential. There's a Lotus Battle
Yeah.
right there. That's pretty good. Ooh, Storm Count is 2.
Shardless, Turbo Depths didn't get to do anything they wanted to that game. Well, they did play that Sylvan Safekeeper, which was not effective.
They
It,
countered
it
him
would have
right.
been fine if he had been able to find the other pieces.
Which makes you wonder what came out for that Safekeeper, right? What was the card he would have drawn?
I think it was Not of This World.
He has a main deck not of this world.
Yeah, usually Turbo Depth's main deck's
Okay.
3.
He's got 3.
Ole Rade could not save the day. You're so right.
Let's make sure nothing's going on over here.
I feel like he just has that switched. I feel like he's playing 3 of the Not of this World in the sideboard.
And playing
that's why he has
Safekeeper main.
the Safekeeper in the main.
That's potentially how it goes. Okay, it looks like Calvin was done with the Storm Count.
He said,
Bob Maher definitely would have been better in that match, that Turbo Depths match.
Yes.
Having
absolutely.
a Dark Confidant instead of a
Right.
Safekeeper.
It would have died pretty quickly to Liliana, but yes. I don't know. It did get to eat up an Abrupt Decay, so there's that.
And then blocked a Leovold. It did its civic duty.
So they're still mulliganing over in our Turbo Depths Shardless game, while these guys are on turn 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure why Calvin ran out that Underground Sea when he knew that there was a Wasteland in John's hand. It seems kind of interesting, especially since he's got the since he's got the island. Like,
It does kind of buy you a turn in a way, right? Like your opponent has to just burn a land.
Your opponent's not doing anything when they're wastelanding.
yeah, but if you're the Storm player, like, I don't know, or do you want to be giving your opponent that extra turn?
Right.
Because they'll draw another card and they'll have more answers. I don't know. That would be my first thought about it.
You think about more than just one time. You have more than one thought. Do you
Not right
do you
now.
name them as you go? This is my first thought. Okay.
Charles.
Second thought.
And in my first thought, Charles. My second thought, wait for it. My last thought, Erickson.
I wonder who won game 1. Yeah. I guess Calvin went first, right? No.
No, because
Yeah.
John had a land in
Right.
play.
So Calvin was won game 1.
Calvin was on draw. He was playing real Magic cards.
And again, those labels are for our other match.
Which we'll be switching back to momentarily. It looks like they're finishing up shuffling. Now, do you think Charlos will take it down, or do you think Turbo Depths has a chance?
Turbidepth always has a chance. On the play, I think it's advantaged,
Okay.
right? For sure. It kind of just depends on what it does by itself, right? Like if it gets there on its own.
Okay, so surgical extraction is hitting underground sea. Why don't you fetch for an underground sea in response, right? I mean, I guess he can just go for a basic swamp. He's probably seen it back to basics.
Or he only has one underground sea in his deck.
Also, how come Calvin hasn't just won yet? His hand wins. He
It
loses
looks-
to a Force of Will, but
It looks like a winnable hand. He already knew it was in his hand, though, didn't he?
yeah. And he's got 2 LEDs. He's got a Dark Ritual. He's got a Lotus Petal. And he's got an Infernal Tutor. Like, that's a win.
He's having more fun. He's getting to actually. All right, do you guys? We'll transition back.
Yeah, let's go and watch the other game.
Okay, here we go.
See, I agree. Why whatever. Surgically extracted. Okay. And we fetch for
Something
Dryad Arbor. Okay.
Dryad Arbor. You're gonna be awake for a lot longer than this. Just getting you psyched.
It's nap time.
Time to have coffee instead of water.
Better take a quick nap. We got a cube.
You're probably right.
He's just gonna sleep through the draft portion of Cube. Just take the top card off of the deck every time and
I'll
play
probably
5
just
color.
slam a monster now, drive
Auto
back.
pick.
Yeah, I don't think extracting a C was correct either. I don't see.
How about this? We'll start you off with a handicap, and we'll let you have WorldKnit.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great.
That way you don't have to think about.
That doesn't
what
sound
you're
fair at all. And everyone else is going, what is the person next to me doing?
I'm gonna sit next to you, Bryce, and just mess with your face.
Yeah, there you go. Except I won't know what's in this cube, so I won't know what's going on anyway.
I've only actually played this cube like twice. It's been a little while.
Yeah, me too. Just twice.
Says the guy who put together every single card, picked each one individually.
Hand selected.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask the chat what to play in Cube for tonight. I want to see what they
All right,
say.
guys.
My
My good friend Trace wants to know what he should draft in Cube tonight. Help him out.
Good cards.
We're gonna take the
play
third
Squadron High.
suggestion.
Let's see. Hawks needs to run Painter Servant. Sure. Okay. I don't understand why Hawks needs to run Painter
We've got
Servant.
another surgical extracting lands thing happening here. Is this just so he can see his hand? Is that what's happening?
I have no idea.
He's
All right, we got
extracting
Force Storm,
polluted delta.
Super Friends.
Oh, he's
So
Force
Hawks
Storm.
may pitch to Force a Will of Misdirection.
So,
So you've got to play a Misdirection on the deck now too.
Misdirection? Okay.
That's what they're saying. No, not you. The other thing.
Oh, you
5
All
color
right.
no creatures is what you're playing.
Riley got you.
Oh, that sounds
Riley got
sweet.
the third one. I said it'd be the third one. 5 color, no creatures. All right.
That sounds sweet.
You heard
Thanks,
it.
Riley.
I don't know if you heard him, but he says thank you, Riley.
So your win cons are literally planeswalkers
Maybe. We'll have
No.
to see.
and artifacts.
No creatures. Gideon becomes a creature.
Okay.
You,
I like winning by
Sorry.
any
but
means.
you can't make him a creature because you're playing no creatures.
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
like every planeswalker like makes creatures. all the ones that you try to like win the game with.
I mean, I kind of did that like 4 color one where I had like Supreme Verdict and Damnation. Or it was literally like, don't cast creatures.
All right, so he's got a Hex Mage in hand. He's got an Expedition map out. He's, what, 2 turns away from winning the game, right?
Yeah.
Or a crop rotation. He just needs a land. Does he have a land?
Doesn't look like it.
That might be a land.
The
His
very
last
last card?
Yeah.
Because the first 2 definitely aren't.
I wonder. That looks like a Fighting Needle.
Well, the second to last one, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hex
wonder
Mage
if
is
he's-
third to last one. I think the first 2 are still no
Yeah,
crop
right.
rotations.
Here it is on top. That's got to be a land, right? That's a step.
That's just a Jerry step.
yeah.
Comes in
Comes into
tapped.
play tapped.
Ah.
Man. See, but you can put it into play
And crop rotate.
and crop rotate with it. You just don't get the. You don't get the magic.
That is definitely awkward.
And There is a force.
There's
of,
a Sylvan
there's a
Sage
force of
cube,
will,
so
but that's
you
not going to happen. But next turn he's looking at a him to Turok. So, yeah,
You gotta make something happen, right?
yeah.
It is super awkward. Awkward.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think you play the step and crop rotate here, because then you're much closer to your combo,
Combo.
and then you've got an expedition map that you can eventually do something with. To it. Oh, okay, he's going
Is
the
he
completely opposite route.
Scared of the Liliana?
I think he's
He
naming
should be.
death right
He
there.
should be scared of the Diabolic Edict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all those cards, yeah.
Which Sylvan Safekeeper does not protect from.
No.
No, because
Well,
it's
kind
fire.
of. You can
Well,
sacrifice
yeah,
the
you can.
Safekeeper.
You can sacrifice the safe.
Nope, doesn't work. I told you guys, it doesn't work. Doesn't protect it. It doesn't happen.
You're so right, Bryce.
Stop
Your
making
your
sense,
belligerence
guys.
is getting us there.
Did you play this Jury Step though?
So yeah, pull up this
Step?
this link really quick.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I did it 3 times. I couldn't tell where it
They're
was.
telling you to play the deck Oops, Forgot My Lands. Which
Oops,
is
forgot my lanes.
Oops, All Spells? Yeah, it's just Oops, All Spells.
A Belisage Strat, yeah, spy deck.
I don't think you can draft that in the cube. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Good luck. The deck is fun. Oops, All Spells is a fun deck.
Okay, who needs lanes?
So Safekeeper and Crop Rotation got hit by what's its face?
Him to Turok?
Yes.
By Turok. Because they were doing a hymn for him.
Got it.
I think it's a guy. I assume.
You're just patriocentric. Your
I-
worldview is so
It doesn't
patriocentric.
sound like a girl's name.
I wonder if he just.
Ooh, we got
forgot
another
that.
needle to name Liliana. That's a thing.
That is a thing.
I feel like he could just map, crop rotate, whatever you get. And just cycle.
So
this.
I'd probably grab an Uber or Urborg.
You don't get a piece here?
No, he's looking at the stage.
I guess that Thespian Sage is a fine one because as soon as
Well-
you find your,
He's just gonna end up casting this other pithing needle.
it's true.
So, have you guys imagined for a moment the a 2020 indestructible thing, right? Hanging out on a stage, impersonating
Mhm.
a legend. Yeah, that's what we get with this combo.
Gotta have some fun when you've been in the ice for so long.
Yeah, well, it's a right.
He does show he does show tunes, right? I'm pretty sure that's what Merrill Age is up to.
It's awesome.
And a thing. No, so the PC has in his hand is Vampire Hexmage.
Yeah. So one of those is probably naming Shaman, and the other one's naming Liliana.
I can also see a case for Wasteland, but it's probably Liliana.
That's true. Wasteland would be interesting.
'Cause do you even care that much about the Liliana?
Not well.
He's
At
got
this
one
point, he's
card
only
in
got
his
one
hand.
card in his hand, so
I guess you
yes.
might want to keep the crop
Not
rotation if
having
that's
to
what it is.
discard cards every turn. Yeah.
No, I think he discarded the crop rotation to him.
And so if
Ah,
you've
okay.
named Liliana, maybe you actually play the Hexmage to try and get it to get sacked, right?
Yeah.
Take
2 for
one.
1.
Smash.
Hulk smash. Altered.
Hello.
It's me. I've been wondering if after all this time you'd like to get your face beaten in.
It may not be the best play you've ever seen, but chances are it's
Yeah,
the
Riley, we will
last.
be streaming Cube.
Yes. So we'll be
I don't-
streaming.
I don't know if anybody's going to be commentating on it.
Right.
It depends how many people we get. Once we finish this, we'll figure it out.
So I hope you guys notice what Tony's 2 cards in hand are.
I'm ready. What?
Hexmage, Hexmage.
Oh, that's good.
Double Hexmage. And I think
Discovery.
the Thespian Sage copied the Bayou so that he can actually cast a Hexmage.
Or did
So-
you copy the basic one?
And we'll be streaming somebody's actual draft. We'll do a hand cam, and then we'll stream some of the matches.
I think he copied this one.
Bryce was saying it's my cube, so
Oh,
I get
yeah,
I
yeah.
get to choose who we get to watch do the hand cam, and I've already decided that
Chosen
Brian's
Brian,
gonna be
except
the
he's going
hand
to be
cam.
blind picking. This card, this card, this card.
I have to flip the cards, shuffle and flip the cards over and just pick one.
Tired Brian is great Brian, and I want to see how great Brian Drafts.
Tired Great Brian. I want a hand cam.
Can we put Trace on the feature match first round? Probably. There are 2 feature matches, so. Eric, you can't just hand cam all willy nilly. Come on.
Why did he target his own graveyard with that Bajuka Bog? Is that what just happened?
The hookah bag.
So did he get rid of it
Believe
for
so.
Deathrite Shaman?
So it's either that or surgical extraction.
Oh, okay.
Might be to stop surgical extraction.
It's kind of interesting.
It is kind of interesting. We got 2 hex
Oh,
mages.
you should have played one.
Or
He should have played one.
I don't think he had.
He doesn't
did
have
have
double
the
black.
mana.
He didn't.
Didn't
Copy
he have
the
the
value?
stage copy? I think he had the stage copy the swamp. That way, it's protected against wasteland.
So
He did have
did
double
have
black.
the,
yeah.
the black. Okay, so you get Dark Depths here. Get Dark Depths. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Easy.
Do it.
Sylvan
Easy.
Scrying.
Do it.
Sylvan Scrying gets
Nope, we're
forced.
forcing.
Peace out, Scrying. He's
Oh.
like, you lost a life.
Get down.
Hey,
Sufficient burn
these
deck.
Deathrite Shamans are getting in there.
Hmm.
It's down to 12, down to 10 here.
I think it's time to get Hexy in here. You're so Hexy.
Wait,
Somehow I think Shardless would.
he's
Somehow
not a hex
it's-
maker, though.
I mean, as soon as Shardless draws an actual blue mana source, they'll probably. Get there.
Oh,
Hey, look,
Another
second
Sylvan
Sylvan Scrying. You're right,
Got
Davis.
it.
Give him the thumbs up.
I'm just going to sit here with my 2/1/2s and my
And a
edict.
Diabolic Edict
Yeah.
in my hand. Yeah.
My edict that wins the game.
Well, definitely makes it so Tony doesn't straight up win the game.
needs 2
Is
decks.
Tony getting anything besides Depths?
What land would you get?
Could get wasteland and slow him down.
You get the other Dark Depths. Yeah, that one.
Instead of the one that's on the very bottom of your library. Got it.
I mean, that could be a line. Getting Wasteland.
Taking out the
I don't-
value.
Sure.
That way he
I-
can't cast.
You'd have to find another way to get Dark Depths
yeah.
before your opponent gets another land, which it probably isn't likely, but
This is basically,
But
basically
that-
just a read.
Get Krakus to protect the Merit Liege. Yeah, there you go. In response.
I'll bounce it back to my hand.
Wait a second.
Wait.
How'd that happen?
Are they?
There's,
Wait, aren't they pitting you?
yeah. We don't know that they're Pithing Needle, but I
Maybe
just
they're not.
assumed they were.
Well, it looks like
I assumed they were.
Maybe he's did Jace as the initial one for some reason.
Or wasteland.
Yeah, or
He
Wasteland.
could have done
Yeah.
Wasteland. Yeah, I guess we didn't really find out what the first one was.
We
on-
just Death Shaman just kept attacking, so
That was weird.
I'm sure those are needled. I mean, they haven't activated ever before in this game.
No, they've just been attacking.
Yeah, his attacks wouldn't have made any sense.
But that makes more sense for him Bajuka blocking his own graveyard to remove cards for him to use.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I guess.
looks like our Storm matchup they're on game 3.
With a turn 1 Grafdigger's
Which
Cage.
means Cobblade got there
At least
for
once.
game 2.
At least once.
And with a turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage, that can really
Yeah.
they have to go off with the cards in their hand.
Which is possible.
Oh
it's,
yeah.
It's true that
It's much nicer to be able to go off with the cards in your graveyard.
definitely
I need those text
from
boxes.
the vault.
So we're Sylvan Scrying. Ooh. Do you get the Wasteland here?
Yeah.
And
Well, not if he's got active Deathrite Shamans, then it doesn't matter. Because he can still tap for black. Double black, triple black, whatever he wants.
Are there lands in the graveyard?
There will be if he wastelands one.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna double check what that first Pithing Needle was naming.
Brian's going to actively go interrupt this game to find out. Just for you guys.
What a sweetheart.
That one's naming something. I guess I could listen. I didn't hear.
Wasteland and Liliana.
There we go.
Wasteland
Just
and
like we
Liliana.
thought.
I'm surprised that Deathrite Shamans are have been attacking.
Yeah. maybe he's been leaving up mana in fear of needing an edict effect. But yeah, which is why you wouldn't.
So they're going back over it because he hasn't ever activated them except for once.
And now he's showing him
They
2
could just-
activations from the 2 death rights wins it.
Huh.
All right, so Shardless ends that one.
Now we get to
Let's
tune
jump
in.
over
2-0.
to our other match, where we have. Whoops, that's not what I want to do.
Calvin on Storm.
Oh, so, okay, do you want to hear what I've lost to? So my first 4 games, guess what I've lost to?
Wow.
Grizzlebrand, Iona, Merit-Lage. So,
Doesn't feel like the pox that you'd want it. Doesn't.
it's so hard for Pox to defeat Lage.
Yeah.
Like-
That's why I put the Diabolic Edicts in there.
Small boxes just.
All right, I'm pretty sure these guys are at 1-1. We're at the pretty beginning stages of game 3,
Con.
and John over here was able to get down a turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage.
And then he stifled a polluted delta.
Ooh,
Got him.
yeah,
That's
and
what we
then
really need. He needs Fatal Push to take down the Hawk Squad.
Fatal Push on a
Hey, we've already seen a Hawk get forced.
what's the imprint card? You get to imprint a
Isochron Scepter?
A scepter. Yeah, Fatal Push on a
Isochron Scepter. There we go. Yeah,
That's the
that's great.
deck.
Ooh,
Let's
got
put
him.
this thing together right now.
I like Stifle on Ice Concept too.
This cage will have grave consequences.
Graph consequence.
Exactly.
Graph.
Well,
Just making sure that everyone else got it.
Oh,
Calm down.
We got it. Thanks, Brian.
If I could type the chat right now.
Okay.
Okay.
this deck.
Just once. Be cool.
Double
Please.
force. Look at he's looking on double force.
He's got a True Name Nemesis. That's way too good of a card to put in this deck. Is that a True Name?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What?
This
thought we
So
were-
this duress is pulling a brainstorm.
I
Okay,
thought the
that works.
whole game plan was to play a Cobblade, not a True Name. It just totally changes how this deck feels.
It's a brave new world, guys.
Yeah. He won't be able to put it down on turn 2, though.
So he gets a pedal.
Mind blown. Yeah, exactly. Good cards.
Ponder. It sees
No
Stoneforge
lands.
Wasteland. There's a wasteland.
Okay.
But he's gonna draw the wasteland. There we go. Good. And then I can play the Stoneforge Mystic next turn. Yeah, there's a Lotus Petal for Calvin. Okay, let's go off Calvin this time.
He says pass.
I guess that's how it goes.
He's a very patient Storm player.
Which doesn't always benefit you as a Storm player.
Not
Exactly.
always.
Maybe against double force it does, but
Timing's kind of everything with
with Storm.
Storm.
Oh, it's turn 3, it's time to win. Now you can get colorless mana. That's right.
Duress. Take that. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Take that Force of Will.
Where's
You're not going to kill the Stoneforge?
does
I
he
guess.
have a fatal push? He can still. Come on, bruh. That's why you have a fatal push. in
You're
your
going to
deck.
make him burn his 2 other cards? Make him force it?
Don't you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then he can go off, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not that crazy. We got this.
Interesting.
The Stoneforge might be getting pushed. Yes, the Stoneforge just
So
maybe.
John chooses to keep the Force, which makes sense, right?
Well, John knows there's another Stoneforge Mystic on top of
Yeah.
it.
No, he
Ah, he
shuffled.
does.
He shuffled to search.
Yeah.
When he played the other Stoneforge Mystic, it shuffled the other one away.
Ah, yes, that.
So you should have been patient. That's what you're saying.
You were born with the magic cards. I merely adopted it.
Brian, you were one of the people who taught me how to play Magic. I merely adopted it.
He's got Lotus Petal, Dark Writ. What else does he have?
True name Nemesis.
Who do you think he's going to name?
Good question. I have no idea.
Probably the Caleb Shearer token.
Probably Caleb Shearer right here. That's the best one.
Protection from storm.
I do believe that Stoneforge Mystic has a hole the shape of a foot, where I'm pretty sure Stoneforge Mystic is a she, but where her ribcage used to be.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was fatal.
This is Kaladesh.
You've been waiting to say that for a while, haven't you? It's been like, how long has Kaladesh been out? Like 3 months now?
More than that. It's been a while. And we're going to shuffle away 2 lands. Good job.
7 months.
7 months? Has it been that long? Wasn't
7
it
or 8.
January? Didn't it come out in January? Because
Sure.
Aether Revolt was...
Yeah, that
No,
makes
no,
sense.
no, no, no.
January.
No, because Aether Revolt would have been the January set.
So it was
So
last,
I guess it was
fall,
8.
last September.
Or October?
That's a long time ago,
Yeah.
guys.
Jeez.
9 months, please. We've all been. Ugh. Now we
Still
get to have more blocks, so that won't happen as much.
I'm sure Wizards will find some way to screw them up.
And corsets, aka Iconic Masters. Wouldn't that be awesome if they print Iconic Masters at $10 a pack, and then the next corset is like card for card?
Iconic Masters? Oh my
At
goodness.
$3 a pack.
Oh my goodness. That is one way to run your company.
Oof, that was a rough tournament, Champagne. I got killed. But my brother Riley, he went 11-4 in that tournament.
We're
You
still
think
in the
Denver was
early
awesome?
stages of a transformation. Okay. Dude, two true name nemesises. Nemesises.
Nemesis?
Do you think he sideboarded out the Cobblades for true name nemesises? Because we didn't see those in game.
We haven't
whatever.
seen those in any of the other games
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
watched.
And now
from
he's got
John's.
multiples.
Potentially.
That's how I started Champagne. It was bad. I was playing Delirium.
Sounds like the last Legacy Classic I went to. I started out 3-0 and went and ended the tournament 3-3, I believe, or 3-4 or something, or 4-4. It was like stupid. It was bad.
True name Nemesis Sisters.
That's actually that's a good one.
The Magnificent.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
Love it.
You should try and fatal push one of them.
I mean, first of all, he doesn't have Revolt. Yet. Second of all, just no.
Now he has Revolt. Wait, now he does.
Now he's got Revolt.
Okay.
Got him. Swing 6. Lose the game?
We don't know what his life's at.
Turu? Name Nemesis.
He's like trying to figure out how to say
How
it.
would you pronounce it? Turu?
Turu.
Mawedge.
That is what brings us to
Together.
together today.
Is it pushing the graveyard?
Attack.
And what are
He's
you
still
gonna
not
do? Trace?
dead.
You gonna fatal push the True Name Nemesis? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, that's 3 attack phases now, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna hard cast this Gitaxian Probe because we're probably at like 1 life.
He's going for it. Let's do it. John, what do you got? There's no reason to counter this, right? You can just counter the whatever card.
I mean, the Daze is not lost here. The Daze does make sense because it causes him to tap an extra mana.
Going rogue, because it's a Merfolk rogue.
He's a Maverick. He's gonna say Maverick
Oh,
95
draws
times.
a tutor. It's not going to help.
Get there.
I'm not sure what he needs, but I don't think that's it.
He needs a shrivel.
There's a Yace the Mind Sculptor.
So he's got to play around days here.
Storm count 2.
Yeah, Stifling Cobblade. Come on, this is a tier 3.5 deck.
I think it's. Yeah, you're probably right.
It hasn't really
He's
done
an
all
old
that
league.
bad.
Well, he cited into the normal version of blue-white.
Okay, Dark Rig gives him 3 black mana And we're thinking about it.
I think you do days.
Hardcast days, cool. It does increase the
Oh,
storm count.
oh, storm count goes up.
Storm
Just
count
like you
is
planned.
4 right now. 3 black mana floating. Storm count 4, 3 black mana floating. Storm count 5.
Is
Storm count 6.
Is this it?
He gets to therapy out something for funsies.
Storm
if he
count
wants to.
7.
Yep.
That okay, that works. That's
He's got a
fine.
tutor. He's got a. Does he have enough mana?
Yeah, he had 2 left. Infernal Tutor, holding priority. You gotta crack all of it.
Yep.
He can't play anything from his yard, so he has to crack it. What's storm count? Storm count is 8, and John is at probably less than 18 or lower, right?
Has he cracked?
he's played at
Tendrils,
least
Tendrils, you.
Oh, Storm
Wow.
got there.
That's
Look at
that's,
that.
That's a way to go.
The true name Nemesis was not enough.
This is someone accidentally mixed their standard deck from 7 years ago with their Grixis Delver deck,
Just mashed them together and done. Just shuffle mash.
and then added Tundras and took out the other dual lands.
Yeah.
Sent it out Squat Hawks because if I
Up storm count. That was I mean, he top decked Infernal Tutor off of Kitaxi Probe, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Which is what he needed.
I mean, yeah. The days was just insufficient.
Yep. If Days had been anything else, if it had been a hard counter, would have been enough.
Well, that's it, kids.
So that's it for Legacy, but we are going to have some cube draft. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take us to get set up, though.
It might be fast. It might take us a half hour.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not sure.
At least 10 minutes to get the table set up and the cameras figured out.
If sleep sounds like something super boring to you, then you're welcome to stay and just hang out.
Yep. Like we said, we probably won't have anybody commentating unless we happen to have a ton of people, which I doubt we will. In which case, Kyra might.
Yeah,
be willing.
if we get over if I become like the 9th person or something like that, then I'll probably come and
Yeah.
commentate.
Right on. Thanks for joining us again, guys. I don't think we're gonna have a stream this Friday. I think we're gonna actually be closed. Is that correct? Is the store clear?
The impression I've been given is that we're not going to be closed, but with everybody heading down to Vegas, we might not have a casting crew.
Right. But we will next Tuesday. We'll be here next Tuesday showing
We
some
will be
more,
here.
some post GP Vegas Legacy,
Yes.
which I don't think will be much different than this Legacy. But if you want to see some more Legacy,
I'm sure
join us
we'll
again.
have some stories to share.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. About how Brian convinced me to go down on last day's notice. I don't know how I'm going to convince my wife that I'm leaving now that I told her I wasn't. But if it's affordable, maybe I'll go down. In which case, if you guys come down to Vegas, come find us. We're wearing these Paragon shirts, right? And Brian said we'll have some stuff for you if you
Yeah, for sure.
come up to us. If you guys want your own Paragon shirt, because they're pretty sweet.
I actually didn't know he was going to give me stuff until he was talking about it on stream. So please
The stack
come
of stuff.
find me.
Right
I'm
on.
sure he's going to give
Okay,
me something to give
so
you.
we'll leave the stream going for a little bit with some music, if I can find our music, and then we'll switch over to our just cause. That was amazing. Except we didn't see it in Game 3.
Nope.
Um,
nope.
so
No
let's see if I
cause.
can find that here. We got some
He didn't even caw with the blade.
upcoming events with some music. I'm not sure if there's actually any upcoming events, but we've got some music going on here, and here we go. So if you guys want to stick around, we'll be back in 15-ish, maybe a half hour, as long as a half hour. All right, chat guys that are sticking around. It looks like we don't have enough people to do a cube. Looks like we have exactly 5, which is horrible. So we'll shoot for next Tuesday when we actually have a full group of people here. Since we had about half as many people as we normally do since of GP Vegas, and we'll try and stream a cube that time. So thanks for sticking around, though, you guys. I'm sorry we don't have a cube. I was excited to draft a cube.
I know, right?
Right? We don't even get to
I've been
look at
aching
it.
to draft this cube.
Yeah. So next
Oh, I won't
Tuesday,
really.
we'll try and do a cube after our stream. But thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next week.